Hello, this is Mole Man in the morning. Good Mole Man to you.
Hello and welcome to Mole Man in the Morning. Wait, no. I was waiting for someone to do a thing, but there's no one to do the thing today. Oh no, my routine is disrupted. We are
Get the tumbleweed not going through on the mic then.
Carabunga?
Sure, that'll do. Close enough.
Yeah.
We are a podcast about how The Simpsons has a lot to say about society. I am your host, John, and I am joined, not as ever, by two co-hosts, Michael.
Idly ho, podcasterino.
And as you may have surmised, not Matt.
I'm not Matt.
You are not.
I have replaced Matt. I have eaten Matt. I've taken Matt's skin.
Matt has gone to Valhalla. Probably
I've
literally.
defeated Matt in battle. Matt and I met outside the crematorium. It was like on site.
No, Matt is in York. He probably is literally in the bar, which is called Valhalla, drinking right now, is probably my suspicion right now.
Right.
But, you know, good.
I'd have rumours he'd been sent to the salt mines.
If you are listening to this podcast live, if you're paying the like £1,000 Patreon tier, you can currently mortar his position.
If you if you are paying the £1,000 Patreon tier, I would check that because we don't have a Patreon.
Maybe they're paying for the Arnie podcast Patreon.
I'm not sure the Arnie podcast has a Patreon either.
Yeah.
If I pay you £1,000 a month, can I get your grid coordinates?
As you may be able to tell if you listen to our Christmas special, we are joined by Dove once again.
Hi.
You're here for the Halloween special.
Yeah, you've done the Christmas special and the Halloween in April special.
I'm just special.
I'm
a special treat.
And we're just soft launching your podcasting career here, really, is what we're doing.
Thank you. It is actually terrible now because other podcasters can smell it on me.
Oh yeah, you're going to be asked to guest on so many
podcasts. I don't like it. It's really
you
bad.
You need to start planning like concepts for like 5 of them, and then just start networking with everyone, and just like start a whole thing.
I need an agent.
Overrated.
Okay. Okay, John, you be my agent. I'll be yours.
Yeah, we can make that work. That's fine.
Yeah,
we'll do that. Yeah. Circular agenting.
I'll just stand in the corner and die then, I guess.
I know.
You know 2 agents. You could ask someone to be your agent.
You have agents. We don't have agents.
That seems like a lot of work.
Fine, then stand in the corner and die, I guess.
2 options lie before you.
We are here to talk about 2 episodes of The Simpsons, as is our wont. As has already been implied, we are on a Halloween special. We got a Treehouse of Horror coming up. We got Treehouse of Horror 5 for Season 6, because they forgot to do one in Season 1, and these things lag a season behind forever now. Like, I don't see any way to fix that. And we've also got Bart's girlfriend. But before we talk about either of those, we need to get parasocial with you and like have a little bit of a friendly discussion about what we're drinking today. Like, what's going on in people's lives? Like, what's fresh in your glass? It's a weird way to phrase it.
I am you, the listener's friend. I am your personal friend. I am in your life. I am your personal friend. You do not get to say no to this. It's not parasocial. It is social. Send me £20.
You could ask for more. Come on.
That's not the response I was expecting.
The listeners are your close personal friends. They're good for more than £20.
Right. I'm your close personal friend. I've been with you through so much. I deserve at least £22.
Very reasonable negotiation going on here.
This is how much friendship costs.
Yep, I've heard this.
Very specific amount.
£22.32.
Oh, that's inflation now.
Shrinkflation.
I don't like the interest that's accumulating on this friendship.
Well, it's all the oil prices going up. We've got the cost of shipping that money to us has gone up, so we've got to cover the shipping costs.
Yeah.
you know.
That's what they call it in shipification.
Okay. You can't get
Everything has to
okay,
be
that's
shipped
good.
now. That's really not that good. Don't reinforce me like that.
Well, I chuckled, so that's what I count as good. What the hell are we drinking? Somebody tell us what the hell you're drinking.
I am drinking a can of Ting.
Ooh, Ting. Been a while since
Ting.
I've heard of a Ting.
Oh shit! It's been a while since I heard about Ting.
Is there anything with the
I think
Ting,
I
or is
was-
it just raw Tinging it?
I am raw
Oh.
Tinging it.
God damn.
I'm on a sugar high.
Oh, fair play.
That was very excited. There's a lot of energy in that. There's a little bit of blood there. I liked it.
That's what happens when you drink 3 Tings. You bleed uncontrollably from the throat.
You're ready for battle.
I vaguely recall those things being incredibly sugary.
Yeah, I forgot how sugary so.
I think I had one of those as a kid, and I lost a tooth because I ran directly into a wall afterwards.
Yeah, sugar
Not
will do
because
that
of
to
the
you.
Ting.
Yeah.
But
See,
Sugar's
that's
bad for your
started.
teeth.
Yeah, well, when the story began, I thought that's where it was going. Then the running into the wall happened, and I think that might have been the
Yeah.
more primary cause.
sugar's really bad for your teeth. Watch this. Runs full pelt into a wall.
That'll show the sugar industry.
You could be a warning video for the dental industry.
I am having a Mediterranean slow brew that I found at my local corner store called FA's Draft. It is 5%.
Mm-hmm.
It tells me that it has that fresh draft beer taste, and it comes in.
I'm not sure how I feel about our drinks, but I have to specifically tell you that.
And it comes in like a bottle I can only describe as looking like an RPG 7 round. It's
I don't know what that
ribbed.
looks like.
Hold on, I'll take a picture. I can do this for you. John, do you want to take it away?
What are you drinking, John? While the
Oh,
photographs are
take
taking
it away
place?
by what am I drinking?
Yeah.
I have got.
Oh yeah, I'm not like come round, take away my drink. Like deprive me of this.
I did wonder. I only have one stupid beer left in my fridge and nobody to inflict it on, so I'm not drinking it. I've got I've got limoncello and tonic.
Ooh, I
Ooh,
remember
wow.
that limoncello.
You don't remember that lemon? Wait, do you remember that limoncello?
Do I?
I made a limoncello a while ago. This is not that limoncello. This is a
Oh, it's not that
limoncello my
limoncello.
boss bought in Italy and brought back with him.
Oh yeah, no, I do remember this limoncello, but I never had that limoncello.
Oh,
I've
okay.
just seen this limoncello.
You've seen the bottle, fine.
I have a parasocial relationship to it.
This is the classiest podcast drinking session we've ever had.
I've also got a
Yeah.
coffee because it has been a week. But yeah, one's pep me up, I want to do
Bring
the
you
podcast
down.
juice.
Pep you down. Yeah.
Want to pep me down? Yeah, basically, yes.
Okay, hold up. Let me just.
You're going to get interesting in the hour mark.
The
That's
lighting here
possible.
is not great, so forgive me. But here is the bottle. It's sort of, you can see the ribbing on it.
Yep, that is a ribbed bottle. Ribbed
It-
for
it's-
whose pleasure? Who knows?
Mm.
What are you implying here?
Whatever you want to be implied.
It does make me feel a little bit like I'm drinking out of like a Davy Crockett round. Like this is some sort of mini nuke.
Cool.
It's pleasant. It's drinkable.
That is what we want from a beer.
Mm.
I don't usually spring for the drinkable ones, but hey, you do you.
It's
Yeah.
just this will annoy Matt beers that
Oh yeah,
Don't invest in-
literally the briefing I'm following when I'm shopping for beer is which ones would Matt hate the most.
I might join.
Shopping
I
out
might
of
join.
spite.
I might join you in this game. This will be his punishment for not attending a podcast session.
Yeah, and we're so happy you're not here. We miss you. We do actually miss you, but also like, wow. We don't.
Somewhere he's on a tangent in Valhalla.
Yeah. Oh, we're gonna have to up our tangent game today. Like,
Oh yeah.
yeah. I hope everyone's got anecdotes about their childhood lined up for this. Uh,
I think we're in
Which
dangerous
cult do you
territory.
want, boss?
Okay, well, before we tangent too much, let's have a look at Treehouse of Horror, which aired on October 30th. No, not quite Halloween, 1994.
It's closer than they've done in the past.
What on earth happened on October 30th, 1994?
Well, brace yourself. The leftist coalition wins the Macedonian parliamentary election.
Woo, go Macedonia, I
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah, fuck yeah, Macedonia.
And Thomas Nicely reports a bug in Intel Pentium's processor on the internet.
Oh, cool.
Oh,
That's your lot.
wow.
Okay, look-
Holy shit.
I may need to screenshot this just for the video version of it, because, like, they put
I mean,
a
the picture, you've just seen the picture of him.
Yeah, like there is a big like headline box here that says historic invention. Someone found a bug.
And the picture that they've used of him looks like he's on so much pain medication.
He's a
see the
CEO.
picture?
He's probably hopped up on all sorts of things.
But he looks very much like the McDonald's guy in that he does not want to be here and he's been forced into this photo.
This is a wild mental image I'm having to conjure here.
I'm like, I assume there's more to this story, and they're just like burying the lead wildly.
Yeah, like
because
maybe this bug was like super important and probably
Yeah.
saved the world or something. But the way they've just written it, it's just like, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, onthisday.com is mostly just like, here's some random fun trivia. We're not going to put that much effort into it. It's just so you can go, ooh, look at this thing. So who knows?
Local man delivers bug report. World
Yeah.
wowed.
Yeah, that is about what's being pitched here. Yeah.
Anyone want to guess what the US #1 is?
Is it still Boys to Men?
It is indeed.
Yeah.
They're still making love to us.
I had a look at the music charts for the year at the start of the season. They're here a lot.
I would say Boys to Men is not usually the direction I find they go, but go off Kings.
Do they come back like the baby? Sorry, I thought that segue might work.
I'll give you the points for the effort, but holy
Yeah.
shit, dude.
I tried. The UK #1 is Baby Come Back by Pato Banton. I tried, folks. I tried.
We're trying. Gang together, we're trying on this one.
I'm thrown because Matt's not here.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's like he's not here. It's like there was a guy who's here and he's not here anymore, and I've only done this one time.
It's fine. You're doing great. Don't worry.
Thank you. I need like my like reassurances every day I wake up. I do my like affirmations. I'm doing okay at podcasting.
You are an adequate podcaster.
I am an adequate podcaster.
Writing that on the wall of your bedroom.
And with that ringing
Over-
endorsement, shall we
over and
begin?
The parasocial relationship where you tell me that I am an adequate podcaster in the comments.
Okay, so
All right, let's get into the episode. Go on.
let's leap in. So it's a Halloween episode, so we begin with a bit of a special start of Marge walking from behind the curtain to reveal that this episode, as usual, is very scary, and the young children should be sent off to bed. At that moment, Marge is then handed a note, and it's from Congress, that says that the show is too scary, so they're not even going to let them show it. So we're getting the 1947 Glenn Ford classic movie, 200 Miles to Oregon. And we get a clip of presumably said movie.
I want to watch 200 Miles to Oregon.
I want to watch 200 Miles to Oregon.
It was a very
Yeah.
nice stock footage of a wagon.
I didn't actually check to see if that is a thing.
We should see if it is.
Googling it only brings up Simpsons wiki, so I'm not sure that's an actual movie, which is odd because like it seems like the sort of thing they would do to play an actual oldie-timey movie.
Yeah.
Well, fortunately, we don't get to see much of this wagon because the picture comes off pretty quickly, and we get a black screen, and when we get the little white dot and the green line, and we see Bart's voice in the back, and he's telling us there's nothing wrong with the television, and they have taken over the transmission. Homer's voice then comes in and realizes that they're in control, and he realizes, oh, he can see his voice, and we just then get Homer making sound effects and watching the pitch change.
Wait till
like
he learns about podcasting.
Yeah. I'm having the time
This
of my
episode-
life looking at my Audacity.
This episode is actually the first time that, as a kid, it's the reason I learned my first slur.
Wait, what?
Ooh.
Okay, right. So,
Oh, here's a tangent.
you-
Go on. Let's
Yeah,
do the
you were asking
slur
for
tangent.
tangents.
I don't remember,
It's time.
I'm trying to remember where the
Okay,
slur
okay.
came from.
I don't remember a
it-
slur in this episode. No.
Okay, everybody, it's time for the trans woman to tell you about slurs. So right, when I was a kid, I got really, really excited by this, and so my father decided to like set up his like video camera with various like DVI inputs and stuff, so that it would go into the television, so I could like see myself on it, and like variously with my sibling do things that was like, ooh, look. We do things and it turns up on the TV.
Mm.
And one of these settings was a similar effect for the audio. So we left it on that and then went to go watch Futurama or whatever it was we did as kids. And I came downstairs and he was just saying various slurs he knew into, into the
God.
microphone to watch it like go up and down. And I very distinctly remember that was the first time I ever heard the F slur, the N slur,
Oh, God.
various various slurs for lesbians.
Okay.
Yeah, there were a lot of slurs. My man, my man was really going at it.
The things
yeah,
we
that
do
was-
for fun back in the 90s.
It was
back
either
in the
that or
day,
poking a hoop with a stick, you know.
yeah, as was the style at the time. We didn't have smartphones.
Did you, like Bart, accuse your dad of ruining the mood?
I feel like it might ruin the mood, I'm going to be honest.
Mood in the house ruined.
The Homer goes off and Bart says, for the next half hour, we are going to control everything, and you're about to get the Treehouse of Horror Halloween special.
The intro there with Marge saying, "Oh, it's so scary." I know it's kind of like a tradition where they're like, "Oh, it's so scary. You might want to put the kids away," kind of thing. But also, like as we saw with Itchy and Scratchy Land, like they had been doing a whole thing lately where they're like, "Yo, they want us to tone it down. They think we're a bit much, so we're gonna dial it up." So this one is genuinely quite a bit more gory than they usually delivering
Yeah,
on The
well,
Simpsons.
Yes, the title sequence that follows this kind of gives that away with, instead of the usual amusing tombstones, but we do get the tombstone that says amusing tombstones.
I think that is the last amusing tombstone they do. That is the death
Yeah.
of
Oh,
amusing
no.
tombstones.
No,
That was my reaction. I was like, wait, no,
Yeah.
you can't get rid of
Wait,
those.
no.
No, we get the slightly more jarring thing of Mo hanging from a noose,
Oh, yeah.
Patty and Selma being burnt,
Yeah.
and Skinner getting decapitated with a guillotine.
Yep.
Completely shown, by the way. No editing
Nice.
out of that. And then we see that the family come to the sofa as mismatched zombie parts.
And they glom themselves together into random
they-
homunculi.
They exchange heads, I believe.
I think they exchange a lot, don't they?
I think what we're missing here is somebody who would be like, "Oh, this was the funniest shit I've ever seen in my life."
Yeah, we do need Matt
Yeah.
to do that.
We
I don't think Matt would.
This was-
I don't think Matt would have liked either of these episodes. Just my gut feeling.
Interesting.
fun. I think we should. Yeah, I think we should be rating these gags on Matt scores.
We should say suspend every single scene assessing whether we think Matt would have liked the scene or not. And he can tell us in the comments afterwards whether we were right or not.
One thing I do know, I think he would have liked the title, "The Shinning" for our first story.
Oh
Mm.
God, yeah. No, I think he would have loved that.
So we see the family driving in the car, and Homer says, "It's a long trip, but we're almost there." Marge then points out he didn't lock the front door. So we get the cut to the screen saying Wednesday. And Homer says, it's been two long trips, but we're there again. Marge then asks him when he locked the front door, did he remember to lock the back door? He double dozed there. Marge, you could have pointed that out when he was at the house, but okay.
Yeah, I feel like that one's on Marge. That's
Yeah.
That one's
Marge's
on
fault.
Marge.
We then come to Thursday, and Lisa realizes they've left Grandpa back at the gas station, but it's met with stony silence and just, well, what about Grandpa?
Yeah, I did spot Grandpa had disappeared from the back seat before Lisa said that. I was like, where's Grandpa gone? And then I was like, oh, they're doing a bit. Okay.
They drive up to a mansion, which looks suspiciously familiar. I swear I've seen it in something before. We see that Mr. Burns is waiting for them, and he mistakes them for sea monkeys he's ordered. Smithers then points out that the new winter caretakers, and Burns' response is this, yep, they work hard and play hard. I went, what?
Mm.
So Burns gives them a tour of the house and points out it was built on an Indian burial ground and the setting of satanic rituals and 5 John Denver Christmas specials, at which point Homer shudders.
Just like my house. Yeah.
I'm not sure what John Denver did to deserve that, but okay.
I'm not familiar with John Denver's oeuvre of work.
Ah, yes, his egg.
His egg.
His egg. We're in England, bud. We call it an egg here. Oh, wait, no, shit, I'm in Wales.
I'm not familiar
we're
with
in
John
Wales.
Denver's egg of work.
Let's see, it's better. I believe in radical accessibility. We should start referring to them as eggs.
The only thing I know about him is he was a musician and...
He's Take Me Home Country Roads, isn't he? Yeah, right. Of course.
Oh,
That's all I
shit.
know of him, though.
And I don't know if you've ever seen the movie about Christian fundamentalist groups trying to get CDs and stuff banned. He was the guy that they used as their star witness because he used one swear word in one of his songs.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
So the reason that there's warning labels on your on every CD, there was back in the day. Yeah, that's part of the reason.
So you're saying that my father saying slurs into the video camera was actually praxis? This was
was
an act of rebellion.
He was channeling John Denver.
Yeah.
Okay.
National hero.
So the elevator opens and a pool of blood comes out, and Burns notes that's odd because it normally gets off on the second floor.
It's a good bit.
We then go to Willie watering the hedge maze, and we then see Bart has found a shortcut by using a chainsaw. Willie's about to get angry, but then he remembers that, but he then thinks to himself that the dad's going to go crazy and chop them into haggis. Bart's response to this is asking, what is haggis? And Willie is shocked that Bart can read his thoughts, and he's got, they're shinning. Bart says, you mean shining? Willie says, do you want to get sued?
I do want to add, actually, I noticed when I was up in Leeds the other day, Weatherspoons serves haggis on its own. You can just buy haggis
Huh.
They
as a
did it.
side.
They were really pushing it on Burns Night, and I suspect some of it probably hasn't sold.
Just leftover Burns Night stock. Oh, God.
Oh, my.
That was
I
2
don't-
months ago. Jeez. Oh.
It was
I'm
like
assuming it's probably been frozen.
it was like £1.50. It was not expensive haggis. It was
Yeah, they're definitely getting rid of that haggis.
this haggis was. They also weren't pushing it. It was just sort of hidden away in a sub menu
Oh,
of their online app.
Discount
not on the physical
Weatherspoons
menu.
haggis. There's a. ugh.
Yeah.
That's a delicacy in like.
What's the name of my next album?
Yeah, I think you'll find that's John Denver's last album. Willie tells Bart that if he gets into trouble, he can use his shinning to call Willie, but not to do it between 4 and 5 because that's Willie's time.
It is Willie Time.
Whatever Willie's doing during 4 and 5 is not really established.
I don't ask too many questions.
I don't. Yeah.
It's Willy time.
It's Willie Time. He's got his haggis.
Speaking of Willie time, Smithers is too busy cutting the wires and stealing the beers, which Burns is ordering him to do because he'll get an honest winter's work out of them. Smithers then points out that maybe this was the reason why the last caretakers went insane and murdered their families. Burns' response to this is, well, if we come back and everyone's slaughtered, I'll owe you a Coke.
Good bit. Got a chuckle. I think he would have liked that.
I think Matt would appreciate it.
Sorry, I'm talking about him like he's dead.
Shame Matt's dead, but well, life goes on.
He's dead. He's dead for the purposes of this podcast.
Dead to us.
Yeah.
I still hear his voice.
How dare you not show up? I would never dream of doing such a thing.
This is another one of those ones that if Matt was here, I'd be like, I need to watch The Shining. I haven't seen The Shining. We should probably watch The Shining.
haven't
Maybe
seen
Matt
The
has seen
Shining,
The
I think.
Shining, but I haven't.
Have any of us seen The Shining?
I've seen
The
bits
Shining.
of The Shining at
Okay.
some stage, and enough to get most of the references, which seems like apparently more than Matt Groening did, because Matt Groening hadn't seen The Shining either, and didn't get most of this particular episode. But yeah, no, I got a lot of this, and I got a lot of chuckles out of this. I thought this was well done. It went at a breakneck pace, though. It was just like bit.
So Homer's watching the TV and realizes the cable's out, and then goes to the fridge and there's no beer. And Marge is impressed by how well he's taking it. Then Homer goes completely insane and then says it'll kill everybody. He then immediately calms down and says he can keep himself occupied by going to check out the Axe collection. He evilly then says, see you later, through the door. This prompts Lisa to ask Marge, Is Dad going to kill us? And Marge's response to this, well, we're just going to have to wait and see.
You see? Oh, it's such a good bit. Genuinely, I love this bit. The pacing of it is good.
I mean, they all have to be fast to fit 3
Yeah.
entire things into 20 minutes, but
A lot.
it is breakneck.
Homer's now sat in the lodge bar, why he couldn't have had any alcohol from the multiple of the spirits behind on the wall.
It's not
A
bad.
question, but that's fair.
Yeah, that's true.
Ghost Mo appears and asks Homer what he wants, and Homer wants a beer, but Ghost Mo says, not until you kill your family. Homer asks why, and Mo says, oh, they'll be happier, there's ghosts. Then Homer points out, Mo, you don't look happy. Mo gets angry and goes, oh, no, I am happy. La, 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 la. Now go kill your family so I can give you a beer. It's a compelling argument. We then cut to Marge walking into a darkened room and sees a typewriter and thinks, this will give him to a window into his madness. And the piece of paper just says, feeling fine. Marge goes, oh, that's a relief. And then we see the lightning strike, which reveals the no TV and no beer make Homer go crazy scribbled all over the walls. Marge's response to this is, oh, that's less encouraging. We then see Homer looking crazy, and Marge gets spooked, and Homer says he's working on a title, and he's come up with the no TV and no beer make Homer something something. Marge then asks timidly, go crazy? And Homer's response is, don't mind if I do.
This is very good. I love this bit.
and he
That's
goes
just very
completely
well
crazy.
executed, yeah.
Marge then breaks the emergency glass baseball bat. Just
Yeah,
in case the spouse-
in case of spousal emergency, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. And Marge is backing away, and Homer's going, give me the bat, give me the bat. Doing his best Jack Nicholson there.
Mm-hmm.
He then laughs, sees his own reflection, scares himself, and then falls down the stairs. Marge's response to this is to lock Homer into the storage cupboard and go, stay here until you're not insane, while grabbing a can of chili for dinner.
Chili would be good.
We then cut back to Homer, and Homer's just eating all the snacks, and Ghost Mo
Yeah.
has to knock on the door to say that he and the other ghouls are concerned the project is not proceeding as planned.
Oh, yeah. We're concerned the project isn't moving forward.
Homer's quite dismissive until the ghouls break in, and we see Dracula and Frankenstein and many others dragging Homer.
Mm-hmm.
We then cut to
Amazing. Genuinely great.
We then see the family eating dinner timidly, and this eventually leads to Homer getting his axe, and he chops through the first door and goes, here's Johnny. And it's revealed that he just broke into an empty door. Then breaks down the second door and goes, here's David Letterman. And
He doesn't even say here, he just says David Letterman.
David
He doesn't even say here's David
Yeah.
Letterman. It's just really weird, but okay.
So he says he's David Letterman, and we then see that Grandpa has finally arrived and goes, hi, David, I'm Grandpa. At which point Homer then knocks through the final door, and he does the entire intro to 60 Minutes. Which the
Sure.
family gets scared at, and Marge goes to the radio and contacts the police to tell them that her husband is on a murderous rampage. Then unfortunately uses the word over, which Wiggum goes, oh thank God that's it. Because he was worried there for a second.
I have been thinking on how to do like various radio protocols for people, and genuinely the funniest thing I ever saw was me saying over to somebody and they went okay and then turned their walkie-talkie off.
Well, it could be clearer. But says don't worry, he's going to use his shinning to contact Willie. Willie's watching his little portable TV, and Willie gets the shinning and realizes the little fat boy's in trouble.
Yeah.
Willie,
Can I just ask, does anybody else kind of really want one of the portable TVs still?
oh, I would have loved one of those as a kid.
Would you want one now though?
I
Because I kind of do.
What could you get on it these days? Like, what would it show? Like,
I don't know.
I don't think they would work, would they?
Surely not. I think it's just static.
Yeah, because like
Right?
they would presumably have picked up like terrestrial signals,
Yeah.
and like
I have
that that's been discontinued. It's all digital these days, so you would need to. I don't know.
I don't know. I
know.
would love if they were like handing that out to public broadcasts stuff, but I know they're not, right?
I don't think so.
I should check. We should
mean,
check.
I found Argos's page for portable televisions, and let me tell you, these are just televisions.
Are you telling me I can't take one of these on the train?
I loved the angle you took for this, which is I should go to Argos and I should search for portable televisions.
No, I googled portable televisions, and the first thing that came up was Argos's page for portable televisions. But 50 inches in 4K is not very portable.
That's not.
In the strictest sense, I suppose, yes, I could pick it up and move it, and that does constitute portable. But that's not what I had in mind, Argos.
Portable in the sense of, do you have a polycule? Right? Like, are there 3 to 4 of you to pick this thing up and carry it around with you all the time?
The only things that come close to it on this page are 2 in-car DVD players, which is also not quite exactly what I was after.
Gorgeous pieces of tech.
So Willie runs off to go rescue the family, and we see him arrive at the house and says, "All right, Looney, show me what you can do." Now, as a kid, when I was watching this on Sky, that's where that ended. And
Really?
and it took me, I think, like a good 10 years until I watched it on DVD to realise that's not where the scene ended.
Oh. This was one of the more like violent bits, so I can see why it would be a bit that would get censored. So if somebody was inclined to do so.
Watching on Sky, there was just these random bits where Willie came in, and then it just cut to the next scene.
Oh God, because they'd make a wait. Did they cut out all of the Willie bits? Because they make a recurring gag out of this.
They don't cut out his bit at the end.
Okay.
But they cut at any time of what happens in this recurring gag where Willie gets hit in the back with an axe. They cut out every single one of those.
It is.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like the other two times he gets killed in this episode wouldn't make any sense without the context of the first one, and or if you just remove the killing as well.
So, yeah, but it doesn't make sense anyway. Because I'm just like, why the fuck is Willie doing here?
Willie's allowed to be there. Willie's like a no context character. He's the shitting.
Not by
Bart's
home.
in trouble.
But yeah, it's Willie gets hit in the back with an axe. You don't ask Homer, is that the best you can do before he dies? Marge then makes the quip, "Oh, I hope that rug was Scotch guarded."
That's funny. That's funny.
That didn't like cut through first time, and it was only when I was looking at the transcript, I was like, "Shit, that was a really good joke."
It's
actually,
really
like,
good joke.
great.
Actually, that's fucking good. I need to Scotch guard my home
in case a Scotchman comes in.
Well, I am technically half Scot.
Oh, well,
I know.
If you Scotch guard it, then like
you won't be able to enter your
repel
home.
yourself.
Oh, shit, you're right.
You'll be able to levitate over your rug.
I can only half get into my home.
Just having to live in the hallway. Homer gives an axe and then says, "Must kill family," and the family run off into the snow. And as Homer's chasing them, Lisa finds Willie's discarded TV and shows it up to Homer, and Homer's response to this is, "Teacher, mother, secret lover." We then get the slight moment of Homer going, "Urge to kill, fading, fading, rising, fading, gone." The family all sigh, and Homer says, "Let's sit in the snow and let's all bask in television's warm embrace." We then get the classic shot of the Shining frozen to death, and we see that the entire family is frozen.
Mm-hmm.
But the family, unfortunately, are not dead. They're still alive, and they're able to see the Tony Awards. Bart goes, "Change the channel," and Homer goes, "Gone, frozen." And we get the chorus line we'll hear later, and the family scream whenever we hear Homer go, "Urge to kill, rising." And that's your first segment.
And that's the first. They don't like stitch them together this time. I gather they actually wanted to give themselves the full runtime to actually put stories in. So instead of like trying to tie them together with interstitial bits, they're just like, man, what if it's just 3 episodes?
We then get to the next episode, which is Time and Punishment.
Mm-hmm.
And Homer goes on to a nice ramble in a beautiful sunny day in the Simpsons kitchen, where he goes, he's had his share of troubles, but here with his kids in this cozy house in beautiful free country, it just makes me feel like I'm a lucky guy. Lisa then screams and points out that Homer's hand is stuck in the toaster, and Homer it just comes out absolutely nowhere.
I noted at this point that everything is very Homer-centric, and I think I enjoyed this Treehouse a lot more than previous ones. I think it is just how Homer-heavy it is, and Homer just screaming, flailing, and bashing a toaster off his hand is just endlessly entertaining to me.
Yep, so Homer spends a good minute trying to get this toaster off his hand. He finally does, and sinks down to the floor. At which point Bart points out the toaster's back on his hand. Which of course Homer panics again.
Which I thought was like trying to lead towards some sort of like haunted appliance kind of thing where the appliances were attacking him. I was like, what's this got to do with time travel? But like, this is just nothing. This is just Homer keeps sticking his hand in there.
It's just the laziest setup of all time why Homer needs to fix this toaster.
Yeah.
I'm not complaining, it was very funny.
Oh yeah.
It is fucking funny. It's really funny.
It just makes no sense.
So Homer's downstairs in the basement and he says, this shouldn't be too hard to fix with the right tools. And then smashes it with a rock.
Again, amazing setup to the story, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we go to the next.
Good.
We just go to the next day and Homer has put so much futuristic shit in this toaster.
Yep.
He then closes it and then says it's time to take it for a test toast. He has a piece of toast in his top pocket, which is amazing.
Oh yeah, I didn't even spot that he had just like whipped that out of his pocket. I was like, yeah, just carrying bread around.
So Homer turns on the toaster and it begins to glow and Homer wonders what's going on. He grabs it and they both disappear into the vortex, which is just loads of clocks around him. Homer remarks that he's the first non-Brazilian person to travel backwards in time.
I don't know what this is about. What the hell? Who's the Brazilian?
Who is the Brazilian? I know many Brazilians. I know none of them who've carried back in time.
Are you sure about that? Have you checked?
Did you ask him them all?
Things are a little awkward between me and Brazilians at the moment.
What did you do to
Brazilians
Brazil?
I know. I've done nothing to Brazil.
What happened on the Brazil job?
It's what Brazil did to me.
I will note that the original, they actually changed that line. It was originally the first non-fictional person to travel backwards through time, and they changed it to Brazilian for some reason. I'm not sure if anybody knows why it was Brazilian. That also is one of the lines that puzzled Matt Groening, because he's like, "What?" I think he was like, "Who's the Brazilian?" Nobody knows who the Brazilian is.
There is a secret Brazilian who is changing the cultural landscape.
Apparently.
But Homer is then corrected by Mr. Peabody, because he points out, Homer, you're the second. Sherman points out, that's right, Mr. Peabody, and then he's told, quiet you. I think if you watched that cartoon, that was probably hilarious.
I'm sure it was.
Somewhere Matt is going on a rant about how the Simpsons do niche jokes that aren't into a sign of the times.
Oh god, yeah.
I have no idea how niche that even is, honestly. This cartoon was from the Rocky and Bullwinkle's not that niche, I suppose. But it's also 1950s, 1960s TV, so I can see when Matt's rant would come into this.
I can also just hear Matt like tearing at the walls, beating on drums, sobbing, weeping, screaming, crying. Miss you, Matt.
Anyway, I'm not familiar with Rocky and Bullwinkle, so I do not know these characters.
Yeah. But we then see that Homer has arrived in the Jurassic Age, and Homer says he's travelled back to a time when dinosaurs weren't just confined to zoos. It's a great Jurassic Park reference there.
Outstanding.
Homer panics a bit, but then says he'll remember the advice his dad gave him on his wedding day. So we cut back to a flashback of Abe, and Abe specifically gave this advice of if you ever travel back in time, don't step on anything because the tiniest change can alter the future.
I love this. I love this joke. This is so
Good.
It took a second, and it took me writing Grandfather Paradox down on paper for me to realize what the fuck they'd done there.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. You're getting this in real time, gang. Holy shit. Call this a kink because my mind just got fucked. Wow. Holy shit. That's great writing.
Yeah. Like that is so subtle, but it's great.
And Matt would have loved that joke.
Quite possibly.
Fuck.
So Homer says he'll stay perfectly still, and he won't destroy the future. Unfortunately, a mosquito flies him, and Homer says, stupid bug, you go squish now, and kills it.
Yep.
Homer realizes what he's done, but thinks, well, that one little bug won't make a big change, will it? At which point, a creature just passes him and gives like a shrug.
A giant sloth goes past and goes,
So Homer returns to the present and sees the family's eating breakfast and declares, nothing's changed. But at that point, a buzzer goes off and a TV screen morphs out the floor. How much do you think Argos charge you for that one? And we then see Flanders greets his slaves, and the family
slavery knows.
And the family, oakley dokley. Homer calls him a geek, and then the siren goes off, and Flanders declares there's a negative Nelly in Sector 2 and the whole family's got to go off for re-education.
Fucked polycule. Bad polycule vibes. Do not subscribe to this polycule at all.
Dove, how many dates have you been on where you've needed to be re-educated?
I plead the fifth.
That's what happens when you go on dates with the super unquestioned Lord and Master of the World, which Flanders is. And then we see that the house is picked up by some weird holographic flying truck.
Mm-hmm.
And they head off to the re-education centre. And we then see that Ned is forcing people to smile by having their smiles hooked in with hooks.
I just let the hooks do their work.
So Homer turns to the guy next to him and goes, "What the hell are you smiling at?"
I like that. That was very good.
I think he's in the
tickled me.
same boat as you, Homer. As Homer massages his cheeks afterwards, Ned says the only thing that'll cheer everyone up is a glass of warm milk, a little nap, and a total lobotomy. We then get Mo behind him going, "It's not so bad, Homer. They go through your nose and let you keep the piece of brain they cut out." Mo talks with his piece of brain. And we then see that it's already happened to Bart and Lisa, and Marge declares it's bliss. This prompts Homer to scream no and starts running away.
Well,
The
it's
dog-
okay, lobotomy.
The dogs are released, and Homer realizes they're getting on him, but then pulls out some sausages that were on his shirt. Where Homer keeps pulling food out of his clothes, I don't quite.
It's Homer. You do not question that Homer's pulling food out of his clothes.
Instead of giving the sausages to the dogs, Homer decides that the wieners will give him the quick energy he needs to escape.
It works.
It does work. So Homer goes back into time to fix the mistake he made, and Homer has to run away from a Tyrannosaurus Rex and is trying his best not to touch anything. Eventually, he accidentally sits on a fish, and Homer goes, "Oh, I wish I hadn't killed that fish."
Why does it rhyme?
I think it's a Dr. Seuss joke there, isn't it?
Yeah, someone suggested it was a nod to Dr. Seuss. Who knows, though? I think the writers just write stuff because they think it's funny sometimes. And, it's chuckle-worthy.
I suppose.
Homer comes back to the present and wonders where everyone is. We then see that Lisa and Bart are giant, and they rip the roof off the house, and Bart says, "That bug looks like Dad. Let's kill it." And Lisa's very gruff, "Okay," which prompts Homer to run away again. He gets back in time, and he's about to be eaten by a Tyrannosaurus, but he sneezes in his face. The dinosaur then sneezes and dies.
Wipes out mass extinction event caused by one sneeze.
And Homer's response to this is, "This is going to cost me."
Could I just say, I love the idea of Homer Simpson being aware of a future. This is like it. For a moment, I am reminded that he is a sapient, sentient person, aware of the fact that he can make mistakes. It's like I have an opinion. Sorry, this is definitely a tangent.
No, go
I
for
have
it.
an opinion that a Bidoof is the most throwable Pokemon, right? Like because
Sure.
okay,
This
hear
is
me
not
out.
where I
So-
thought this was going.
I wasn't expecting Pokemon opinions off of this tangent. I've
Right.
got to be real with you.
And we're gonna come back to the point. I think if you throw a Bidoof from like 3-4 stories, it will not have enough time to understand what's happening to it, only that something has gone wrong. And I love the idea of seeing a Bidoof fall and like the terror in its little piggy eyes and its legs waddling as it tries to comprehend what's happening to it. However, in this moment, this is gonna cost me is like expressing to me a level of humanism and understanding that to me is alien in a Simpson. Like-
A Simpson like it's a Pokemon.
Yeah, a Simpson is a lot like a Bidoof. It cannot comprehend what is happening to it if you throw it out of a third-story floor.
Mostly what I've learned from this story is we should not let you have pets.
Listen, I actually have a Bidoof plush from one of my exes. Hi, Ida. Specifically for me to throw out of the window if I'm ever sad.
How many times have you thrown it out the window? Does this happen
None.
regularly? Okay.
I've managed to not throw it out the window, but I've thought about it. Like a lot of the time. Like a lot.
Homer arrives back in the present, and we see that the house is now really nice, and the family are polite, and Patty and Selma are dead. And Homer's very excited about that.
Specifically the Lexus as well, actually.
Yeah,
Like,
he's
"Ooh,
very
the
happy about-
sister-in-laws are dead, and we have a luxury sedan.
Unfortunately for Homer, he sits down and then asks for a donut, and Marge doesn't know what a donut is. At which point, Homer screeches in terror and is going back into the past. Unfortunately, at that moment, donuts start to fall from the sky. Marge goes, "Oh, it's raining."
Tragic. Tragic.
Yes, Homer missed his window
Terrible.
there. not Badoofs, but
I go outside. The doofs are falling to the ground. Their little legs are wiggling. They do not
None of them have
understand
figured
what's
out what's
happening to
happening.
them.
Yeah.
I am in a state of pure ecstasy and bliss.
But also, even Donut Rain notwithstanding, like, Homer knows what a donut is. He could invent the donut in this world. He could bring donuts to the people. He would be hailed a hero.
he could easily make it.
He hasn't got the full planning for this. He
Yeah,
can't
that's true.
comprehend of the
Okay.
future.
Yeah, Bidoof intelligence, I get it. Yeah, okay.
He has the soul of a Bidoof.
Okay, that's unfortunately probably going to become a sticking bit now, I can see.
Insult where I say you have the soul of a Bidoof. You're insouled like a level 1 Pokemon.
The new Pidgey. Homer comes back into the present, and Willie is now in his kitchen. Willie tells him he can help him go, but he's got to do exactly what he says. But unfortunately, at that moment, Willie's axed once again, this time by Maggie, who pulls out a pacifier, and it's James Earl Jones saying, "This is indeed a disturbing universe."
It's weird the bits that they get James Earl Jones back to do.
Homer, this prompts Homer to go into the past, and Homer says he's going to touch whatever he wants, and Homer goes on a bit of a rampage, just including being like a giant butt attack of the bat.
Mm-hmm.
And we see that this has a hell of an effect on the present, which includes turning the house into a McDonald's, a house underwater, a Bart Sphinx.
Fun trivia on this one. There is a version of the Simpsons house as part of these illustrations where the house is made entirely of squirrels.
Oh.
This was absolutely, completely incomprehensible on a standard definition television screen, so they did not use it. You could not tell what they had drawn.
Just like, what?
I love incomprehensible Simpsons house. It's such an eldritch concept. That's like a myhouse.wad bit. That's
I just love this idea of a Fox executive staring at the house thinking, what the fuck is that?
I
am sitting here on my portable TV like, what the fuck is this?
And then someone going, oh, well, it's a house made with squirrels. Oh, okay, that was normal.
I'm led to understand they have used the artwork for various things like Christmas cards and stuff around the office in the Simpsons studios because they liked the artwork. But like, also, yeah, you could not tell what it was in 1994 on television.
That's kind of cute. I imagine it just looked like shit, right?
I guess so.
It's
Yeah.
grey, I guess. So we cut to Kang and Kodos, who are laughing at the foolish Earthlings not being prepared for the effects of time. They laugh maniacally for a good 15 seconds before they turn into Sherman and Peabody. And we get the quiet Jew again joke.
Yep. Real one for the Rocky and Bullwinkle fans this episode.
Yeah. Homer comes back and he shouts at Marge that, what's his name, what colour is this guy, and what are donuts? Marge finally answers all his questions by telling him that the donuts are plentiful. And
yeah, she doesn't really answer the question there. It's like, what are donuts? No. Donuts are plentiful. It's like...
Donuts are plentiful.
But that doesn't tell him what they are. What if she thinks donuts are something else?
Okay, tell me what's a donut?
What if she thinks donuts are bidoofs?
What is a
Common
donut?
mistake,
Describe a
isn't
donut. I managed to find the squirrel house.
Oh, you did?
Yeah,
Really?
look, there it is.
Oh yeah, no, that's nothing. This is nothing.
That's
What?
nothing.
what the?
I cannot tell what that is. No.
There's also the original uncolored version, which is a little easier to see, but barely?
That is
You
not
look-
a squirrel.
That is impressive that you found that. I didn't realize that it was just a thing you could look up.
Here we are. Here's the original illustration.
Oh,
It's-
okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
You do
Folks,
have to like...
I'm sure John will post this as part of the video, folks. so
Yeah,
you'll
yeah,
probably
I'll
see it
definitely get
now.
this in the video version. If you're on Spotify, sorry, you're missing out. Go watch it on YouTube. Yeah, you can kind
Imagine
of...
a Bidoof. If you're on Spotify, imagine several hundred Bidoofs.
Get editing that image, John.
It kind of looks like if you drew the Simpsons house as like a magic eye picture or something.
It looks like a log cabin.
It does look like a log cabin, yeah. It's you have to really stare at it to pick out any squirrels in it, and
It's-
frankly, the speed with which they flashed through them on the screen, like you would not have gone like, oh yeah, the squirrel house. You'd be like, oh yeah, the weird brown shit house.
Yeah, it does look like a weird brown shit house. It's kind of disturbing.
It's
It makes
interesting
me
that you seem to
itchy.
have found the low res version, but like the implication was that there is a high res version
yeah, there
somewhere
are
where you can
high-res
tell what the
versions.
squirrels are.
I'll send you the link as well, so that maybe we can get this on the thing.
So the viewers can get the full
Yeah,
squirrel
so
house
you
experience.
can get the full experience. I'll send you the link. Yeah, I think it's just Google Images being Google Images.
No one has answered the age-old question yet of what a donut is.
Oh yes, right. A donut is like a Bidoof.
I'm very happy with that explanation. As is Homer with his explanation for Marge. And then they just decide to sit down and have breakfast. That was a hell of a segue. Give it to
Have I
me.
ever told you that you transitioned better than I did?
Oh, sorry. I hate to keep dragging us back to squirrels.
Easy. You can't let this go, can you?
It took the artist a day and a half to draw the squirrel house, and they didn't use it.
Oh my god!
That
I
is a lot of
would
effort.
not be okay. I would be struggling. Sorry, is the mailbox also a squirrel?
Oh, please tell me.
Yes, it is. Yep.
Oh,
Yeah.
ooh. That's
I like the concept of that a house made of squirrels is perfectly fine, but the letterbox is a step too far.
I just it's just there's like creative vision in making the mailbox a single squirrel.
It's just sort of like perched on top of squirrel, yeah.
Yeah, like in my mind, it sort of makes the squirrels less of a building material and
What end
more...
of the squirrel does the mail go into?
Ugh. It makes them people. I don't like that squirrel are people.
I feel like the squirrels are being denied their rights.
The squirrels are installed like a level 5 Pokemon.
This is
Okay, that's enough
this-
squirrels. What?
This,
Keep going.
this is one of the weirdest.
Please keep that pause in. I need that like pregnant pause where everybody's like, "Oh fuck."
That was John's moment of the toast on the hand.
You couldn't see me. I was flailing wildly over here.
Well, Decker's back. Homer accepts his explanation. He doesn't ask why the house is made of squirrels. He's not that bothered. But they sit down and start having breakfast. But the Simpsons have a long lizard tongues. Homer goes, that's close enough, and just keeps eating.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
And let's move on to the third one, Nightmare Cafeteria.
This is the weakest of the three, definitely.
Yes, definitely.
It's the one I remember the most.
Is it? Huh, okay.
Yeah. I think probably because of the big blender at the end.
Oh, the Polytron, yes.
Yes, the Polytron.
Yeah, as soon as the big blender appeared, I was like, oh, we've got the right guest for this
Oh,
episode.
Polytron. I need you to understand. I forgot the word Polytron, and I was so scared that I actually went to the official Fist Discord and asked, does anybody remember what the thing that turns mice into soup is? And thank God, one of the people I'm dating was like, Polytron? I'm like, yeah. And they found it. They found the Polytron meme. Like, oh, surely it's not called the Polytron. Oh, it's called the Polytron.
Yep, yeah, it is. The Polytron reduces a mouse to soup-like homogenate in 30 seconds, yes.
With foam-reducing generators that minimize sample aeration. It's got a powerful 700-watt motor that develops 27,000 RPM. Just imagine what it can do for your samples. Do you want more information?
No.
Check number 140
Okay,
on the reply card. Or
I guess the
for
viewers
16.
need the Polytron picture as well for this
Okay.
now.
Right,
Yeah, otherwise,
so getting
people are just going to be like, what the hell?
Yeah, no, this is niche arcane bullshit. Like this is
niche.
just for Dove and me, and any of the I'd probably also any of the well, there's your problem fans who've stuck around since Justin was on.
Hi, thank you.
Hi.
Sorry.
Well, there's your problem is at least partially why we're like this.
Yeah, Well, there's your problem is the reason I'm like this, so you have to deal with this now, right? Like, original sin, you listen to, well, there's your problem too.
Okay, let's have a third episode of horror.
I'll go through it quickly. So the episode starts in Bart's classroom and they're all running amok, and Bart says, "This will be funny, let's all turn our desks backwards," before Mrs. Krabappel comes in. Everyone agrees. Bart turns his desk back. Woods laughs as she comes in, but realises he's the only one actually facing backwards.
How did he not notice?
Yeah,
I don't know how he didn't notice.
He's very slow on the uptake.
He's ensouled like a Bidoof.
Yep, no, Simpsons are Badoofs, yes, yeah, I remember this now.
He lacks Homer's self-awareness.
Wow, that is a goddamn fucking insult. If you said that to me, I would Harry carry myself. I would pull the fucking like ritual dagger and remove my belly. God damn, you lack Homer's self-awareness.
That is a brutal insult, it really
is. I would literally kill everyone I know if they heard that. I would make sure there were no witnesses.
You lack the self-awareness of Homer Simpson.
Christ.
Jesus.
Fucking
You
hell.
end a person with an insult like that.
That is, I'm actually gonna go walk into the TAF right now. Like, it's like a 10-minute walk. I'm going. Anyway, it's been good, gang.
No,
Well, thanks for joining us.
Bart wants attention, but it's absolutely overcrowded, so Skinner tells him he has to go to the cafeteria. We hear one kid going, "Oxygen running out." Skinner goes, "Well, you should have made that paper aeroplane."
Capital punishment.
Bart's in the cafeteria and Skinner's complaining that the overcrowding detention is a powder keg waiting to go off in an explosion of unacceptable behaviour. I think we're past that point, Skinner. Lunch Lady Doris is complaining because the budget cuts mean that she's using grade F meat, which is mostly circus animals.
Some filler.
Some filler.
Skinner muses that it would be wonderful if there was a common solution to both their problems. At which point Jimbo trips up Lunch Lady Doris and gets splashed in stew. Skinner's about to yell at him, but then accidentally licks Jimbo.
I just want to say, the podcast does not in any way endorse the licking of children. Do not lick children. There is no circumstance in which you have to lick a child.
Just note on the grade F meat that was inspired by a real box of hot dogs that one of the writers saw.
Wait,
there was a box of hot dogs labeled grade C, approved for human consumption.
Oh my god!
That
is a new fucking Tinder bio. Fuck, god damn. Oh. I love you so much that I am putting that down right now. That's going on Grindr, Tinder, Discord. I'm gonna post that everywhere. That's terrible. Grade C, approved for human consumption.
Yep.
Oh my! How do I get certified like that?
Give me a hot dog first.
Well,
that's a cheap date.
Well, we know who is suitable for human consumption because Skinner sends Jimbo off to work with Lunch Lady Doris in the kitchen. Jimbo tells him to bite him and Skinner goes, "Yeah, well, why we?" But then here, behind the closed door, that Jimbo is finding it hard to work in the giant pot when she keeps spilling meat tenderizer on him. Then we hear what sounds like the top of a pot going on and he goes, "Oh, now I've got to work in the dark." Jimbo also does not have the self-awareness of Homer Simpson.
I like.
I mean, like, it's not wrong.
Really, just establishing some long-term bits today, aren't we?
We then cut to a scene and the staff are all eating their burgers and Mrs. Crupple says that it tastes of young and impotence.
Impudence, not impotence. Jesus Christ. Those are very different things, Michael.
Yeah, you know what? This child is infertile. This child is not fecund. Yeah.
Well, he is now. Skinner finally gives away the secret as he says, "Remember when I said I'd make something of Jimbo Jones?" And Edna then points out, "You killed him, processed his carcass and served him for lunch." Skinner tapped his nose and everyone just keeps on eating.
That's how I want to die.
What? Does it serve for lunch?
Yeah, I want to be approved for human consumption. I want to be served
I think you have
for
to go
lunch.
talk to the Germans about that one.
Okay.
That was the Austrians.
What?
You're referring to the cannibal guy, right?
I
Oh,
is
was
he
he
not
Austrian?
German? Oh, okay.
The dick-eating guy.
Yeah, was he German?
I think he was. Yeah, he was definitely in Germany at the time. I think I think the guy he ate was German, right?
Okay.
Okay. I'm
Yeah.
not as familiar with
don't-
the details of this.
I know very little about German laws except from. I'm so sorry. In North Germany, zoophilia is legal as long as the animal tops. That's all I know about German law.
That's a very specific one thing to know.
listen, I'm not saying that I learned this.
That's a
as
very
it was-
suspicious thing to know.
No. Listen, hold up. No, listen. This is just what happens when you grow up in the furry community. People tell you these things. You have this inflicted upon you.
Sure,
I did
blame
not-
the furry community.
I did not. I'm in many ways. I refuse. I do not agree with the furry community on this one. I'm just saying I had this inflicted on me. I was an unwilling victim. I did not want to know about North German laws.
Okay, sure. We believe you. Let's carry on.
Bart wonders where Jimbo is because he hasn't beat them up for his lunch money yet. Speaking of German, Uta has arrived because he wants another sloppy Jimbo. How Bart is not working this out is a bit beyond me. Okay. Skinner comes over and tells Uta that's his third helping and he's becoming fat and soft and tender. But manages to correct it to, oh, you're cut in line, go to detention. Uta then asks for how long, and Skinner goes, oh, about 7 minutes a pound should do it. We then cut to the next day and it's Oktoberfest. And everyone's wearing their German Oopla outfits. Animals are getting on top. It's a grand old time.
Hmm.
And Lisa then points out that strange Uta disappeared and suddenly serving Uta Braten. This prompts Skinner to come in his lederhosen and go, relax. I've got a gut feeling Uta's around here. And isn't there a bit of Uta in all of us? Then he goes a bit too blunt and goes, you could say we just ate Uta and he's in our stomachs. And he goes, oh, wait, scratch that. This prompts Marge and Lisa to run home and go to Marge to say that they're cooking kids in school. Marge's response to this is, you're 8 and 10. I'm not fighting your battles for you. Then she tells him to go back to the school and say, look him in the eyes and say, don't eat me.
This is
What? She does not
this is
give a
good
fuck.
parenting and the wrong time for it.
Then go back to the school and Miss Krabappel has gained a few pounds.
Mm.
As he's giving away the homework of eat a stick of butter.
Mm-hmm.
We then see that Wendell knocks his pencil to the floor and is sent to detention. And Millhouse then notices that she's reading a book that says The Joy of Cooking Millhouse. At which point the kids make a break for it, and Bart can't resist looking in the detention room, and then we see that the kids are in hamster cages. And Skinner is annoyed with the person he's chopping up because they're making themselves tired and stringy. He then looks at the free range children, which is kids just in the pan.
I love them just sort of mindlessly walking around their pen.
Yeah,
That's great.
They're level 1 Pokemon.
Okay. Yeah. It's the safari zone.
I'm going around taking. Wait, actually, you know what? No, I'm leaving this bit alone.
Okay, we never know what the
After
bit
the last
was.
statement, I'm leaving away from the bit. I'm walking away from the bit. I've set fire to the bit. I'm leaving. I'm gone.
We then go, oh, sweetie Todd, as lunch lady Doris appears with her egg whisker.
Oh God.
When Willie comes back and he runs out to try to save the children, he gets axed again, but this time he does acknowledge that he's bad at it.
Oh, well done, Willie. It's important to know your weaknesses as well as your strengths.
And the kids start getting back towards the auditorium, and Skinner goes, he's going to enjoy eating Bart, and is quite delighted at the thought of starting by eating his shorts.
Which, not
Holy
okay.
crap.
That's not how you do cannibalism. You don't eat the
No.
clothes. I mean, not that I'm an expert or anything, but I'm pretty sure you don't eat the clothes.
I think the problem that you were having, the problem that you have there is any way of phrasing any way of phrasing that does just sound inherently noncy. I don't think there's a good way to phrase this bit that isn't shorts.
Yeah.
Skinner turns on the Polytron and And the kids start backing away, and
Polytron.
It has settings. It has chop, pulverize, puree, and gooify settings.
Ooh. Oh, it has homogenate. It has a
It does.
homogenate setting.
He cranks this thing up to homogenate.
Oh, wow, that is an amazing phrase. Also, amazing Tinder bio, thank you. I'm putting my Tinder down as he cranks this thing all the way up to homogenate.
I don't even know what that would mean.
I don't know either. I think that's part of the fun of it. I love a Tinder bio that says, "You don't know what you're getting in for, and I don't either."
Bart tries to use main character theory of nothing's going to happen to us. At this point, Milhouse falls over the edge and gets homogenized. But this leads
We
Bart
don't get to see the splat. There's no splatter.
We don't get to see the soup.
There's no
or
soup.
like.
Yeah, there's no homogenate.
So Bart tries to use the main character theory again that the two Simpson kids will be okay. They both fall, but then Bart wakes up from his dream. And Marge tells him
And then we
they're
get the
safe.
weirdest fucking ending of all
and
time. What
this
the
goes
hell
fucking
is this?
Ow.
So Marge
This
says,
fucked me up. As a kid, this fucked me up.
Yeah, no
This
kidding.
this was
Honestly, yes. Same.
hellish.
and just to reveal, and just to confirm, Sky did not edit this at all.
Wow, they left this bit in.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, ooh. Even the
So-
bit where the dog.
Yep, all in.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Uh,
So Marge tells Bart, "Don't worry, you're at home in your bed and you're safe, except that fog that turns people inside out." Bart's response is, "What? What?" and then Homer realizes it's seeping in and goes, "Oh, that's stupid weather stripping." And then we get the lovely shot of Homer and Marge turning the fuck inside out.
Everyone turning inside out.
Everyone turns inside out. It's fucked up.
It's grim. Like, this
And
is
they
like,
s-
oh, I can see why the censors didn't like this episode, and yet this is the bit they kept when they edited it.
And yet when they move, they make splish splash sounds.
Oh,
and
they
little
do.
Splatters
So,
moving off of
It
them.
turns out they're absolutely fine, and they break into a musical number.
Yep.
And Inside Out Willie comes and joins in.
Yeah.
The thing I don't like about it is that it's kind of anatomically correct. Like, they do just invert them. So the skin inverts in such a way you can see the rib cage.
Yep.
But, like, it just inverts. Like, as a kid, I was like, oh, that doesn't look like an inverted body at all. Now, as an adult, I can recognize they inverted a body. And it... Sorry.
Of course.
Yeah.
I'm just sort of having, like, I'm reliving the trauma with everybody.
So the chorus line carries on, and eventually Bart is dragged away by the dog, which after it's ripped out his intestines.
Yep.
Mm.
And that's how this cheery thing comes to an end.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they keep splashing as blood splattering everywhere
Yeah,
as
they
they
keep
dance.
slishing.
Yeah.
Who is the other character who joins in?
That's Willie.
That's Willie.
Is
Yeah.
it?
Oh.
When he does the do,
Oh.
it's very
wow.
Scottish, isn't it?
He doesn't look good.
No. Yeah, that's fair.
He has died 3 times in the episode.
Listen, I've been called an invert before, but I don't think I've ever looked that bad.
What did we think?
Better than usual for Treehouse of Horrors for me. Yeah, first two, I think just because it was heavy on the Homer antics, I actually really enjoyed the first couple. Third one, weaker, probably because there's less Homer. And then
No.
weird goo people at the end. No, not here for
No.
weird goo people.
Not here for goo people. I'm pretty much with you. I think the first one was strong, second one was strong, third one, it was okay.
I mean, I
The-
agree. I think
Inverted goo people aren't great.
No,
think-
they're not.
No.
well, 2 out of 3 ain't bad. That's kind of my assessment of it. I like the first 2. The third one is just, it's not bad, but it's just
What's your opinion on goo people?
It was interesting.
That feels like you have opinions that you're holding back on, really.
Yeah, tell us about
It's-
goo.
Tell us
it's
your
just-
real feelings about goo people.
It was just a very bizarre ending. Even
a
for
pretty
a
strange
Halloween
ending.
one, was just like, what the fuck is happening here?
It does read like they had absolutely zero idea how to figure it out and end it. But also, like, for them to pull that out their ass for it as well, is like, where did this come from?
There's someone in the writing room going, they should turn inside out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who thinks of this shit? What the fuck? Who wrote this? What's wrong with
Actually,
you?
you know, you're totally right. Who did this?
Clearly, this is Conan.
Conan had stopped writing for them by this point. He wasn't a Simpsons writer anymore.
Yeah.
He still had like input on places here and there and influence, but like he didn't actually write much past season 3 or maybe 4, I think.
The writer of, and excuse my phrasing, Inverted Willy might still be among us.
Very likely. Yeah.
I don't like that. I know this isn't technically a crime, but maybe it should be.
It should be. I'm trying to find writing credits, but yeah, I can't find any specific credits for the ending. The Shinning was Bob Cushel, Time of Punishment was Greg Danielson, Dan McGrath, Nightmare Cafeteria was David X. Cohen, but it does not mention who did the weird ass ending.
I wouldn't want to be credited either, honestly.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's right there. David X. Cohen did that. Yeah, he wrote the final scene where a nightmarish fog turns the family inside out.
Right. So, David, if you're listening to this, you should be in jail, and you know it.
He is very much still with us. He's 59. He's still very much going strong.
Yeah, you should be in jail. I'm gonna put you in jail.
He created the word cromulent, so you know, ups and downs.
Yeah. I don't know if that I'm not giving him the papal cut pardon for this one. This isn't good enough. I need better from you, David. Davo, boyo.
If you're listening.
Dave, because you're listening, I know you're listening. Don't stop. Get some help. Why
Seek
this?
help for the thing you wrote 30 plus years ago.
Dave, if you haven't healed from this, consider doing so. Consider being a better person, making up for the things you've done. I'm like this because of you.
Have we got any out of Homer ratings for this?
I'll give it I'm bad at this out of Homer. A lot of effort's gone into it, and I'm trying, but it fails at the final hurdle.
Fair enough.
Mostly because of goo people.
Yeah, I've forgotten every single possible quote from this.
It doesn't have to be a quote from this. It could just be whatever abstract concept you wish.
Okay, I give this 1d6 out of 1d10. I think that it was functional and at times funny, but not great. Horrifying.
John, your rating.
I gave it a quite tall Treehouse out of Homer because it was slightly more elevated than its usual. However, with you particularly dropping the line 2 out of 3 ain't bad, is like, I should have just called it Meatloaf out of Homer.
My most hated of loaves.
Have anything to say about society?
The Polytron's a very useful tool.
Yeah, Polytron, great. Got so many settings.
You should invest in a Polytron.
Did you know the Polytron can reduce an entire mouse to a soup like a modular in 30 seconds?
I did.
Don't
Really?
trust fog.
Did you know it has interchangeable generators to suit your sample?
Yeah, it's a Treehouse of Horror. It doesn't say fucking shit. Let's be real.
Yeah, nah. Do not turn people inside out. Inverts bad.
Don't call people inverts.
Oh. Okay.
We had the whole slur discussion. Come on.
Fine. Okay. Yes.
Right.
Shall we move on to the next one?
Let's move on to Bart's Girlfriend, which was an episode airing on November 6th, 1994. What happened on that day?
A marathon happened.
Ooh.
A New York City marathon. It was won, the women's was won by Tigla LaRoupe, and I think the men's was won by German Silver.
Cool. Good for Tigla LaRoupe and German Silver, respectively.
German silver. That's
German
Oh.
Silver.
German silver. That's a real protagonist name right there.
It sounds like a Bond villain, doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah, yeah, I can see it.
Speaking
Maybe
of
an
Bond
Arnie
villains,
villain. Yes.
Imolia Rachmanov is recognized as the president of Tajikistan.
Wow.
That is it. The number ones are the same.
Nothing culturally happened in these years.
It
Yeah.
was it was the 90s. History had ended. Nothing was happening.
Nothing happened in 94 towards the end of the year. Everybody had gone home.
Yeah, exactly.
So our chalkboard gag is, I will not send Lord through the mail.
You okay? Cool. I
Mhm.
guess. Sure. Why not?
And the couch gag is the eyeballs, which I think we've had before.
We have seen this 3 times before. This is its 4th airing. Yeah, I guess it kind of depends if you count Sideshow Bob Roberts, actually. Yeah, we've seen it on Boy Scouts and the Hood and Bart Gets an Elephant. They showed it once and once only on Sideshow Bob Roberts, and then never again. Yeah, if you can
As a
count that,
treat.
this is...
They had
yeah,
a budget.
it's a treat, yeah.
So the episode starts with the kids in the park, and they're playing cowboys and Indians, and Lisa goes, remember Bart, I mean dances in underwear? We take the white man alive. And Bart's response to this is, okay, thinks too much. Milhouse says, keep your eyes peeled for Indians, then corrects himself. Says Native Americans.
Ah, woke.
Yeah,
Woke.
very woke, wasn't it? Cancel this.
Cancel Millhouse.
Yes, he's upset because they got blankets infected with cooties. Ralph is too busy eating his caps. And the Indians come, and Bart says, kiss the prairie, cow dogs, and Milhouse is upset by this because he doesn't want to play this game anyway because he's bored as jacks. And, he's got twosies.
My partners would all do this. They would get so excited by Jax.
Which wouldn't work on grass. He's playing it on grass.
Oh, yeah,
can't do
that's
that.
true. That's kind of messed up.
This prompts Nelson to appear, and Nelson's wearing a futuristic getup, and he starts shooting everybody with things. And Bart goes, "They didn't have the Killmatic 3000 back then." Nelson's response to this is, "Records from that era are spotty at best." Before he shoots Bart.
Simpsons Archive reckons he's supposed to be dressed like the Borg, but I'm not familiar enough with Star Trek to know that one.
I don't. I guess, kind of, in the sense that, like, if you have an eye patch that has like anything bonky on it, then yeah. But
I don't know.
maybe
Simpsons
this
Archive
is-
is also just some guys going, I think this is a
Yeah.
thing, right?
this
So
might
it's
be
not-
like TNG Borg, which I'm not as familiar with.
Yes, they did specify TNG.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Maybe more so then. Yeah.
The church bells begin to ring, and we then hear the parents calling. We hear Marge saying it's time for church. Mrs. Van Houten does the same. The old Jewish man goes, "It's time for your violin lesson."
Yeah, I'm sure.
I kind of like it.
This prompts the kids to run off, terrified, into the cornfield as the parents chase after them. Nelson is collared around the neck by his dad, and Milhouse is caught in a net by his, by his dad.
On
On a
horseback. On horseback.
Yeah, Planet of the Apes reference this bit. Them
Well,
getting
we then
captured.
see- We then see Bart and Lisa are also chained and manacled when they're finally captured. On the next scene, everybody's dressed for church, and Bart asks, "Why the crap do we have to go to church?" And Marge goes, "You just answered your own question with your commode mouth." And then she says, "It's about time they learn morals and decency and how to love your fellow man." We then cut to Reverend Lovejoy talking about flaming swords and piercing the eyes of the fellow man.
I do love when The Simpsons does a religious hypocrisy bit.
And I want to be clear, they do eat the effluent as well. They do eat the effluent from the eyes.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
No, they
Yes.
just
Oh, yeah.
go-
They feasted
Yeah.
on flowed forth. Yes, I see what
Yes,
you're saying.
yeah.
Yes. I thought you were just dropping some hot biblical knowledge on us there. I was like, oh yeah, I've read the Bible. I know
Nah,
what happened.
My knowledge of the Bible ends at Job's wife turned into a pillar of salt.
Okay.
That's it. Because whenever I think about it, I'm kind of like, damn, what if a woman was a salt lick?
That's a very specific thing to ask.
I just listen. I know a lot of women. I don't know a lot of salt licks. I'm often dehydrated. Like, I'm.
Do you think a
Sounds
salt
like-
lick would help with the dehydration, or?
I'm realizing as I say
I-
this, I sound more and more like a horse.
This prompts Bart to break out a troll. I didn't know could figure a way out of that. And Bart starts singing, "I'm a soul man," but it's "I'm a troll good man." At which point Marge gets annoyed and says, "I don't want you playing with something with such bizarre hair."
Very
Yeah,
self-aware, this one, yeah.
But Marge isn't self-aware, unlike Homer.
No.
Fucking hell.
Like, I'm living off my joke. Leave me be.
I fear you have this joke. This gives you power. It's...
Matt, we're back. Matt, we're back next week, and I'll be in my corner. Everyone says that his daughter Jessica is now going to come to read out the exact same passage he read because he noticed people weren't paying attention.
Yeah.
Jessica walks up, and we get the heavenly light upon her. And Bart goes, "Wow, there is a god." Turns out it's not God. It's the sea captain pointing the lighthouse in the wrong direction. The inspector tells him that it would work better pointing the other way, and Captain McCaster goes, "I know what I'm doing." We then see a boat crash in the distance, at which point the sea captain just goes, "I hate the sea and everything in it."
The sea and everything in it.
It's peak. It's such peak.
So good.
It's damn gang. I'm slimed out on the sea captain guy. Like, yeah, he's paying. He can get it.
I don't know what that means. What? I'm sorry, you have to bear in mind, I'm 5 million years old. What the fuck is peng?
Oh, peng is actually a little old. That's like zillennial speak. Technically young millennial. It means beautiful, pretty, handsome. These days, shit, no. How would you... I know that chopped is like... No,
I've heard of
chuzzy. Chuzzy is chopped in respect to the huzz.
Okay, you've lost me on chuzzy. I was aware of
Chuzzy-
chopped. I knew things
chopped
could
is-
be chopped. Did not know
Things
about
can be
chuzzy.
chopped. Chopped is like bad, ugly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I get this. I understand this one.
Slimed can be like I'm not super slimed. I'm not slimed up.
The kids are not okay. Oh my god, the kids are not okay.
The kids are sliming it. The kids are slimed. Kids are slimed. They're gooped. They're in solid like a
Are they a soup
level
like
5
homogenate
Pokemon.
or?
They've turned inside out.
Oh, please do not invert the children.
Outside the church, Bart decides to shoot his shot, and his big chat-up line is, I don't think God's words have ever sounded so plausible."
Yeah.
Jessica's response to this is to call him Art and then just fuck off.
Oh no! She says, "Excuse me, I need to stand over here,"
now.
and then rotates, which is outstanding. That is ironically art.
Then see Bart in the house, and Lisa says, "It's not your fault Jessica doesn't like you." And Bart questions why, and he goes, "Is it my hair? My overbite? The fact I've worn the same clothes for the last 4 years?"
Still very self-aware as an episode. What the hell?
And Lisa says, it's 2 different backgrounds. She's the sweet Reverend's daughter, and you're the Devil's Cabana boy. This prompts Bart to go to Sunday school, and the teacher is watching the kids draw and then points out to Ralph that Jesus does not have wheels.
You don't know. You weren't there, lady.
Yeah.
The
records
angels
are-
did. Why couldn't
Records-
Jesus have one?
We've established records will patch you first.
I literally right. I remember this. So sorry. We were talking. We need more tangents, anecdotes.
Sure.
I was in the park the other day. I saw this guy on the unicycle with what appeared to be a long-suffering girlfriend on a bicycle, and I overheard him very angrily saying, "No, babe, I was built for speed, not all-terrain." As she like very slowly pedaled after him. And she just went,
That
yeah.
relationship's not going to last much longer.
Oh, yeah, sorry, her name was Penny. Which I find quite funny.
Very good.
You can do a lot better, Penny.
You can do better. Penny, if you're listening to this, call me.
Penny, don't sell for speed.
Don't settle for speed, settle for all terrain like me.
You deserve all terrain.
I say with a walking stick. You deserve a woman who can handle a grassy knoll.
Like a good Jack.
Out of interest, which is the unicycle supposedly built for? Is it speed or all-terrain?
A speed.
Oh, that's the speed. The unicycle is the speed option.
The
here.
unicycle is
Okay.
for speed. It's streamlined.
Okay.
Minimized.
It's one less wheel.
That's why you see Team GB on them at the Olympics
course.
doing the cycling.
Genuinely,
Those unicycles.
The funniest part of it is that he was wearing one of those speed helmets for bicyclists while traveling at about a walking pace.
I guess it saves weight. No.
Oh, my everyday carry unicycle.
We all have one. Bart walks into the classroom and the teacher goes, "But we had an agreement that you weren't going to come in." And everyone was happy about it, especially the hamster, which we see is cowering in fear behind its little house.
Mm-hmm.
You were happy. We were happy.
Bart says he's changed his ways and asks for a second chance, and the teacher was screwed over because the Bible does teach forgiveness, and Bart is welcomed back as the prodigal son. The kids all look at each other and go, "What the hell does prodigal mean?" And she's just like, "Oh, for fuck's sake." So Bart sits next to Jessica and he says, "The great thing about Sunday school is we're finally learning something we can use," and she just turns
does
her chair away
Turning on
from
the
him.
spot thing again, yeah.
It's
But
so good.
sitting down this
Well-
time, which makes it even more impressive.
I do hate to ask, what does prodigal actually mean?
It's like the chosen.
Oh, okay, right. Okay, the joke makes sense now. Thank you.
It is prodigal son not generally what you would refer to like Jesus as. He is the prodigal son, right?
Oh,
I think is kind
It
of where
means
that.
like-
that makes.
I think it's like the favourite, the best, the
Oh,
so like
okay,
when you use the
cool.
thing like the prodigal son has come home. Like, he's better than all of us.
He's the best one. He's the polycule primary. Yeah, got it. Understood.
Editing John here. It's been a little while since I've had to do one of these, but this was a fairly impressive display of collective ignorance on our part, so I am going to step in and correct this one. I think prodigal is one of those words that like a lot of people don't really know what it means, but kind of assume they do based on context. I think that's kind of what I'd done. It's prodigal. It sounds a bit like prodigious, prodigy. It must be a good thing. It's about somebody who's great, right? It's Jesus. Jesus is God's prodigal son. I assume this is what it means. Wrong. No, that's actually not what it was. It is biblical in origin. The word refers to like extravagant or lavish, but with fairly negative connotations in a sort of fairly wasteful kind of way. And the story of the prodigal son is a biblical one about two sons who get their inheritance earlier on in life. One son stays with the family, obeys the father, works hard on the farm, always like does his duties. The other one runs away, spends all the inheritance, wastes it, living it large, but then comes home one day and the father celebrates anyway, sacrifices a calf, throws a big feast. The son who stayed home is a bit upset by this because, like, wait, hang on, my brother ran away and wasted all the money and you've come back and are throwing a feast for him. I've worked hard every day of my life and always obeyed you and you didn't throw me a feast. What's going on here? The lesson here apparently is not specifically that you should run away and spend your inheritance early and like waste everything because it doesn't matter and everyone will love you anyway. It's I gather supposed to be more about that God celebrates sinners who repent. So there you go. But I don't know. I think it's very easy to take the wrong message from that. So make of it whatever you will. Anyway, back to the show.
So Bart declares to himself that he's going to convince her he's a good person and he's going to behave no matter what. And the teacher, at that point, hands out a replica of the slingshot David used to slay Goliath. So while she's doing that, she's just going to bend over the filing cabinet. And while she's presenting her arse to the class, Bart effectively has the slingshot and he's about ready to fire it. But he decides he's got to fight Satan, but he'll make it up to him later.
Sorry, can you say arse again for me?
Arse.
Beautiful. Thank you.
No problem.
That's all I needed.
I shudder to think what that was for.
No, right. It's a very beautiful pronunciation of arse, right? There was power there. There was inflection. There was strength.
Sure.
Bart says he's thinking about staying after school and helping clean up. And Jesse's response is, "Do you ever think anything you don't say?" So
That's brutal. Yeah. Jesus.
Yeah.
At this point, Bart has finally had enough and messes up his hair and decides that he's got to do something naughty. And we then see that Scotchtoberfest is taking place, and Willie is giving a little bit of a presentation, which he reveals that the kilt is for everyday wear, and in battle they wear full-length ball gowns covered in sequins to blind the opponent with luxury.
This is true. Yes.
I wish to see this battlefield. I swear to God.
As a half Scot, this is true. This is absolutely true. Every Scottish person is high femme. Every Scottish person is high femme if you get them angry enough.
So Bart ties balloons to Willie's kilt and it lifts it up, and we get a full view of Willie's horse.
Yep.
Willie's response to the shocked, fainting crowd is, it's no more than God gave him, you Puritan bukes.
Fair. Valid.
Yeah. Body positivity.
Bart is relieved because that'll hold Bart until he can get his hand on some explosives. Then FBI sting begins. With agents everywhere, including the water fountain.
Yeah, this was elaborate, apparently. Yeah.
Yeah, I love the resources going into this.
So Skinner says he's got 3 months of detention and reveals there's no such thing as Scotchtoberfest. Willie is horrified to learn this. And I've never seen a look of guilt on a character's face as much as a Skinner's face when he starts shouting, "You're used, Miss Skinner!"
I feel like this was
Well, he
entrapment, though.
It was.
Legally speaking, this is not entrapment. Okay, right. I realize this makes me sound like a cop. Legally speaking, this is not entrapment. I just want to say, if you are invoked to do something, if an opportunity is put in front of you and you do it, that's not entrapment. You're not legally protected.
So Bart's depressed about this until Jessica comes up to him and says that's unfair. And she then invites him for dinner at her house. And Bart can't quite believe his luck and decides that the only thing he can do now is strut. Staying Alive plays and we go all Saturday Night Fever as Bart is strutting down that street.
Yeah, I think this is the point where Matt would be like, "Oh, this made me feel uncomfortable," which is I say mainly because it made me feel uncomfortable, and Matt usually meets that threshold before I do.
We cut to the next scene and Bart is getting himself ready, and I can't believe Bart is going on his first date, and he starts singing. And
yeah, he
starts weeping.
Yeah, he sings a bunch of stuff. He's like sunrise,
he
sunset,
mixes a lot of songs together.
Fiddler on the Roof, Cats in the Cradle, and then Yes, We Have No Bananas. I have fun trivia on this, which is they had to pay the rights for all 3 songs to make that one joke.
No,
really?
This one joke cost them thousands of dollars. It's not even that good.
No. The payoff of this is that Homer starts crying and Marge goes, "Oh, that's sweet." And Homer goes, that's not the reason he's crying. They have no bananas." And he just walks up crying. So we got to the Lovejoy's thing, and they're trying to make some conversation, which includes Mrs. Lovejoy asking Bart how school's going. That points out Jessica gets straight A's. Bart's response is, "Family grades aren't important. It's what you learn that counts." Lovejoy then asks him what 6 times 5, and then Bart goes,
It's 32 for the record.
Bart thinks that numbers have much use in his future career, which is Olympic gold medal Rockets lead champion. And Miss Lovejoy points out that's not an Olympic event. But he says, "Well, no offense, lady, but what you know would fill a warehouse." And Lovejoy's losing his patience here, and he says he's got short shoes, which some people find charming. And then he says he was watching Fox last night, and he starts telling his amusing story. This character named Martin was feeling rather randy and he's heard a remark, at which point we then see that Bart is kicked out of the house.
Is this alluding to a specific show? I'm not sure if it is or not, but...
I don't know what it is.
No, I have no idea.
That is the case. All I know is that Bart keeps using the word "but."
Mm-hmm.
And as Bart keeps going, but, Lovejoy goes, "No, make him stop, make him stop." Then see Bart walking away, and then we see that Jessica has snuck out, and she actually likes Bart, because he's a bad boy. She says, "Let's go for some fun," and Bart goes, "What about your dad?" And she says, "I told the Rev I was going up to my room to say prayers." Bart then says, "Oh, smart, beautiful, and a liar. So much better than Sarah, plain and all." We then see Sarah, who runs off weeping.
This weird joke, a reference to a children's book from the 80s entitled Sarah, Plain and Tall. If you were not reading children's books in the 80s, this means nothing to you. This means nothing to me. I guess it might have been more relevant in 1994. Some people might have actually read that book, but...
I guess you would have been
Matt's rant about references.
I think
comes in there.
this one's only obscure to us. I think somebody who was like in their teens watching this in the 90s
Probably would have got
might
that.
have read the book as a kid, and it's like, oh, it's so much better than Sarah Plain Tall, and they go, I've read that book, I know who Sarah Plain Tall is, and then it pans across and it's like, bam, no, there's an actual character in Springfield who is just referred to as Sarah Plain Tall.
The kids then go on to a crime spree, which includes loitering under the no loitering sign, eating ice cream in front of the weight loss centre to torture the people inside, and throwing toilet paper onto the Jebediah Springfield statue. And as Bart is completely in love here because he's saying your throws, your catches and spirals. It's like the toilet paper is an extension of your body.
Can I note about the Pulp Fiction thing? Like one of the absolutely just bedoof-brained bits of the Simpsons archive that I just love sometimes. They've got some real lines in there occasionally. Movie and other references, Pulp Fiction. Music when Bart and Jessica loiter is from the movie. Cool, yeah, fair enough. Okay, their actions are also evil, like many actions in the movie.
I mean, when I
Pulp
said
action. Many evil actions occur.
I mean, when I said crime spree, I might have been being slightly sarcastic.
But they did evil
Because let's be
things
honest,
like
not-
loitering and eating ice cream in front of people and throwing a toilet roll.
I want to know who's moderating this.
I mean,
This
you can be executed for that in America, I believe.
What is the morality system at play? Is this Nietzschean? Is this French in nature? What is happening here?
We go to the schoolyard the next day, and Bart is bragging, and nobody believes him. So he goes over to Jessica to prove it, and Jessica goes, "Am I supposed to know you?" This gets him punched in the stomach by Nelson, who tells him that's for besmirching an innocent girl's name. Jessica then reveals that because of her parents, they've got to keep this secret because it makes it more exciting. She asks him if he wants to go skateboarding, and Bart goes, "I need to sit down a second because he just got punched in the stomach."
It's quite good attention to detail, and then to have someone like actually be like, no, this guy has just been punched in the gut, and like it is going to take him a second.
Jessica kisses him and he says, "Oh, I've got the energy to do anything." Then he stands up immediately and goes back
Yeah.
over and goes, "Yeah, give me 2 minutes." We then see that there's an impossibly steep, enormous hill, and Bart thinks it's too steep, and Jessica tells him, "You can't trust your perception at this altitude," and then pushes him down the hill.
I love that they paved this hill that's like a fucking 80-degree angle. They're just like, yeah, put a road on it.
So Bart's doing okay at first. He thinks as long as the road surface maintains its integrity, he's going to be all right. At which point he goes over an oil slick, then some ball bearings. Bart sees an overturned glue truck and goes, "Oh, that will slow me down."
Oh,
But,
the glue is one of the
that-
best gags in the
It's so
episode.
good.
But the glue is
Ah.
not leaking, and he goes, "Nah, that glue ain't going nowhere." Bart thinks that nothing's going to stop him, and then an ant carrying an almond crosses his road. Bart trips on the almond, and we get his version of Homer falling down the gorge.
Yeah.
Of, Bart
Bouncing all
silhouette
the way
going
down the hill,
his
yeah.
thing. So Bart finally stops, and then we hear the workers from before going, "Oh no, there goes, the glue,
after all.
And we just hear Bart going, "No," as he's covered in the white flood. We then see Jessica coming down slowly going, "That was fun," and we see Bart going, "Oh."
It's such a unique sound as well. Like this sound reached out from my childhood to grab me again.
Someone in the Foley department being handed a note. Sound of 10-year-old breathing through a sea of glue.
So we see Bart walking back into the kitchen, and the cat is now glued to his back.
So
And Marge says, "Have you noticed a change in Bart?" And Homer's response is, "No, new glasses." And Marge goes, "No, he looks like something's disturbing him." And Homer's response is, "Yeah, he's probably misses his old glasses." Then Marge worries about getting involved in Bart's activities, but she might be smothering him. And Homer's response is, "Yeah, but then we'd get the chair." Marge goes, "That's not what I meant." And Homer goes, "It was Marge a minute."
This is a bit someone shared on Blue Sky recently, and like weirdly from this and the last episode, it's like I'm really struck by how many bits completely out of context just seem to pop up in my life constantly to the point that's like my sole motivation for doing this podcast in the first place was just like how ubiquitous and all-encompassing The Simpsons seems to be for specifically the millennial generation, if nothing else. But like, it just continues to strike me that like someone will reference bits and I'm like, yeah, the Simpsons bits. I remember these bits. And then we'll just sit down and watch the episode and I'm like, oh shit, that's where the bits were from. It's the bit about, oh, I'd be afraid of smothering him. Like, I saw this last week, but like, I didn't know where it was from. It was just a random Simpsons bit, and here it is. It's weird.
Mm-hmm. This is part of the like concrete of life.
Yeah, this is what I mean. It just kind of is. It's just everywhere. Simpsons just like provides the structure that forms the millennial generation.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
Yeah, I was gonna say it sounds like an AI bit. It sounds like a hallucination.
Okay.
Like the AI is very confidently asserting that Bart needs new glasses. And
Yeah.
the assumption is, he misses his glasses. And then continues to be like, what if we killed Bart?
It's quite the jump in the same conversation, isn't it?
Yeah, I could see ChatGPT talking someone into killing someone because they missed their glasses.
Yeah.
Then we go to the school, and Jessica's stopping Bart from getting to class, and she says, "If you stay with me a while, I'll let you hold my hand." And she holds his hand and makes him pull the fire alarm, and then pulls him off. Oh, school runs out in a panic, except Willie, because Willie's got to save the wee turtles, because if he doesn't, who will? He kicks down the door and runs into the side slab, and then we see that Willie is being attacked by the same turtles.
As covered, he's bad at this.
Save me from the wee turtles.
He's bad at this.
Yep, my note here was just at this point, Willie's having a really bad day today, specifically, between these two episodes. Like, Willie's getting it rough.
I wrote in my notes, Willie is carrying these episodes. So we then cut to Bart and Lisa, and Lisa tells Bart that she can't believe it because she thought Jessica was sweet, and Bart says she's like a milk dud, sweet on the outside but poison on the inside.
And intrigued
I've
as to
never had
what
a
milk
milk dud.
duds he's eating, but okay.
Has anybody tried a milk dud for the record?
I have not. I'm led to understand they're caramel in the middle, not poison, as Bart asserts.
I think that's what they're supposed to be.
It is American caramel, though, which I found is, like, weirdly bitter.
Huh, okay.
But then I find most American sweets weirdly bitter.
Americans are not terribly good at making, like, sweets and chocolates and things very well. I'm sure there are some nice niche boutique ones, but, like, the mass market shit's, like, shit.
I thought you were about to say, I don't think Americans are people, for some reason.
Sorry, you cut out there. I don't think American...
Oh, I thought for a moment there, I thought you were about to say that I don't think Americans are people.
Okay, did that again. Whatever you're saying to Discord,
you're
it
being
is censoring you.
censored.
You have found a very specifically a censored word on Discord here. What the hell?
Discord does not want me to say that Americans are...
Go out again.
Did you say that then, or are you fucking with us?
No, I am fucking with you on that one.
Right.
Americans... Okay, right, I can do this. Americans aren't people.
Okay, cool.
There we go.
go.
Okay, cool.
Official
There,
stance of the Mole Man in the Morning podcast.
Americans are not people.
Well, there goes the American sponsorship.
We're sponsored by America. I don't think that's how that works.
I really want this podcast to be sponsored by Donald Trump. Donald Trump, please, if you're listening to this, sponsor us.
I think if you want to be sponsored by America at this point, you have to like put a bet on Polymarket.
So Lisa tells Bart that he's got to give her up, but Bart's response is no, because he's got a plan to be with her for 7 more years until they get married. And when the first kid comes along, she'll settle down and start treating him all right. So Lisa tells Bart that it's naive to think you can change a person, except the boy that works in the library, and Lisa gets a flashback to the boy being a bit of a dick to Ralph, because he asked for Go Dog Go, and that's not in juvenile.
It is in juvenile. It's not in this is young adult.
Adult, yep.
Hmm.
And Lisa goes, oh, if someone could tame him. Bart says, oh, it's fine, Lisa, you're right. I'm going to give her up. And Lisa's not paying attention because she's too busy gooning.
God. Between this scene and the I'd be afraid of smothering him scene, I kind of realized this episode has no B plot and it really fucking needs one. We've got these occasional snippets from other characters just to pull us away from the main plot, just to break it up a little bit, but it doesn't break it up the same way a proper B plot would, and it really needs one. It's kind of too one note this episode, I think.
Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree with that.
We then cut to Bart looking at his calendar as he's crossing off days, and he does this for about 3 months. And Bart says, "This is the amount of time I've got to not see Jessica for." He then circles off day one, and Marge points out, "Yeah, we've got to go to church, and your friend Jessica will be there," so he's failed on the first hurdle.
Outstanding.
They arrive at church, and we hear Jesus' Joy of Man's Desiring being played and sung, and Bart thinks it's Jessica singing, and Lisa tells him to be strong, and Bart goes, "Nope, this is being drawn to a beautiful siren song." He walks in and we see that it's actually Ned Flanders.
Okay, repeat joke, but still gets a chuckle, I suppose.
That's good.
I did enjoy Bart's little shudder of, "Well, that's very distant."
Worth noting on the church sign, evil women in history from Jezebel to Janet Reno.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
That
that's
was good.
amazing.
That was
I
good.
don't know what Janet Reno did to earn the ire of the Simpsons writers at this point.
Probably
From-
whatever John Denver did in the first episode.
Well, I
Really
looked up.
clever.
I didn't know much about her. She was Attorney General under Clinton throughout the 90s, so, like, why the hell would I know anything about her? But, like, from what I can make out of her career, it just seemed, like, pretty perfunctory for an Attorney General. I don't think she did anything particularly, like, to earn her ranking alongside Jezebel in history for evil women.
We see that the collection plate starts getting passed around, and Homer puts in his 30-cent off shake and bake coupon. Marge yells at him, and Homer's response is, "We can spare it, Marge, we've been blessed." Meanwhile, Bart has broken up with Jessica, and she says she's been too reckless and she's going to settle down, at which point she then steals all the money from the collection plate. And then Bart's response is, "What are you doing here?" And she goes, "Well, it takes money to start a new life." She then hands him the empty collection plate saying, "You've lost your cut." And we see that Mrs. Lovejoy's there and sees it, and she gets everyone to turn around and look at it, and Abe's response to this is, "Where's that Unitarian?"
What is a Unitarian? I do not know what a Unitarian is.
They have a
think it's-
big temple in Cardiff. That's all I know.
Okay.
They're here. What is a
Unitarianism
Yeah.
is a non-Trinitarian movement of Christianity which affirms the unitary nature of God as the singular and unique creator of the universe. Cool.
Okay, cool.
That doesn't help me at all.
We cut to Bart's in a monologue, and he goes, "Okay, you didn't do anything wrong, just explain yourself and everyone will understand." And he's about to speak, and everyone automatically assumes his guilt when Mo going, "He confessed." Bart then jumps out the window, and we then hear Homer after the go, "Stop him, he's heading for the window." So we cut to the Simpson household, and Homer tells Bart that if he can look him in the eye and tell him that he didn't take the collection money, Homer will believe him. Bart says, "I didn't take him." And Homer starts strangling him immediately, like, "How can you look me in the eye and lie?" At which point, Marge points out that she does actually believe Bart. And
Why? Why does she believe? Bart is absolutely a troublemaker that, like, constantly does shit like this. Why would she believe him in this one instance?
She is the singular emotionally intelligent person in Springfield.
Apparently.
She's insoled less than Homer is, but like experiences emotion like anyone else.
We're a stone's throw away from you opening up Tier Maker and listing all the Simpsons characters by ensoledness.
Yes. No, I'm really not that far away from like assessing how much glitter there is in people's eyes as they are thrown from a 3-story window. How hurlable is each Simpsons character?
Homer does not believe Bart and says, "Where did he get those fancy clothes?" And Marge points out that's what he wore to church, and Homer's response is this, "Oh, how convenient." So Marge then asks Bart if he knows who took the money, and Bart clearly does know, and then goes, "No." And Homer goes, "See, son, telling the truth isn't that bad." We then see Bart trying to walk outside, and everyone is booing him, including people driving past, and which includes hearing the words crook, thief, and someone shouting, "Steal the money from the church collection plate."
As he's driving by.
This is a bit that my partners do as well. Is
What, shout stealing money from the church at you as they drive by?
No, but that would be funnier. No, they just say things very, very quickly with the Doppler effect in their voice, as if they're falling past my window.
So Bart tries to talk to Jessica, and Jessica thanks him for not turning her in, and then Bart says, "If it seems like you care, you should come forward." And Jessica goes, "Oh, well, don't you see? It's because I care that I can't come forward." And Bart goes, "That doesn't make any sense." She goes, "All right, I just don't want to." And Bart says, "You're beautiful, but not very nice." And she goes, "Well, duh." And Bart says, "Why should I protect you?" And then she points out to him that no one will believe him because she's the sweet, perfect minister's daughter, and he's yellow trash.
That feels right. I know it's
Yeah.
The Simpsons and I know they're yellow, but that feels fucking racist.
It's kind of, it's white trash, right?
Yeah.
They're saying white trash.
It is the Simpsons equivalent of white trash. That is what she's calling him. But holy shit,
But-
you cannot be calling someone yellow trash.
No, I think you just can't be calling someone yellow.
Yeah,
That's-
yeah.
We don't see Lisa walking into the treehouse, and we see that Bart, this is where Bart's hiding, and Bart says this is his only refuge from the taunts and the accusations of the town people. Jasper then appears at the window to call Bart a thief, which Bart has to pull down the blind.
They installed blinds in the treehouse. It's really something.
Almost 80 grand a year is going to good use.
Apparently.
So Lisa says they can't let her get away with it, and Bart points out that she's a criminal mastermind with 108 IQ, and her hair smells like red Fruit Loops, and Lisa goes, well, I eat Fruit Loops for breakfast. We then come back to the church, and Lovejoy says they've taken precautions, and Marge is upset about Bart being put in a Hannibal Lecter-style contraption.
Really shouldn't have let them do this. It can't be helping his self-esteem.
So Lovejoy then says that Lisa will be doing the reading, and we'll all be keeping an eye on.
I love that Lisa's like, oh, I'm smarter than her. I can solve this, and her solution to this is, oh, I'm going to tell everyone that she did it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, again, Marge is the only person with any emotional intelligence in Springfield. She knows that Bart's self-esteem isn't being helped by the Hannibal Lecter getup.
So Lisa begins going on a bit of a tangent about people judging, but doesn't the Bible teach us judge not lest ye be judged? And Lovejoy kind of goes, I think it says something like that in the back. So Lisa kind of goes on a bit about guilty people being tormented in the eyes of God, which prompts several confessions, which includes Skinner saying he smelled marijuana smoke in Vietnam.
Brilliant.
Abe confessing he was the one that cancelled Star Trek.
Love it.
And Dr. Tibbet admitting he'd left his Porsche keys inside Mrs. Glick. And Lisa goes full preacher mode, and Jessica is not saying anything. And Lisa just eventually loses patience with the whole thing, goes, "Hey, it was Jessica." And everyone is shocked, and she goes, "If we go to her room, we'll find the money." And Homer goes, "To the little girl's room." We then cut to Jessica's bedroom, and Mo is using a car jack to lift the
He has to
mattress.
jack up the mattress, yeah.
We then see the money, and Mo sniffs it and goes, "Yep, that's church money."
Smells like church.
Smells like church.
Lovejoy's explanation of this is Bart Simpson has somehow managed to sneak his bedroom into his house. And everyone looks at Lovejoy like, what? His response is, use your imagination. Jessica finally admits that she did it as a cry for attention, and Lovejoy goes, "Oh, we brought you home too early from boarding school." She then points out that she was expelled and starts listing off all the things that she did. And Lovejoy starts singing Bringing in the Sheaves to try to distract it.
Mm.
At which point, Marge says everyone owes them an apology, and everybody kind of half-heartedly apologizes to Bart, which he accepts.
He's
Including Apu.
still in the Hannibal Lecter straight suit thing as well through this.
Including Apu, as I wrote to, why was Apu in the church?
Vibes.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah,
I think he's just covering all his bases.
They did.
Just make it sharp.
They did in the opening scene kind of do the nod to like, oh, not everybody's Christian in Springfield, with like Shlomo being called to like do violin lessons instead of church, but then like they've completely ignored the fact that they literally just have a Hindu character. Yeah. Weird.
So Jessica is now scrubbing the steps as punishment, and Bart comes up and goes, he just wanted to let them know that this was a difficult experience. He learned a lot. He's wiser and less naive. Jessica's response is, I learned I can make men do whatever I want. Bart goes, that's not really learning the lesson. And she goes, will you finish scrubbing the steps for me? Bart enthusiastically takes it up. We then see that the boy on the bike was actually the boy from the library.
It
Picks
is,
her
yeah.
up. And Bart calls him a sucker and says, it's amazing what people will do for a pretty face, not him. And says, wait till she sees the second-rate job I do on these stairs. And that's your episode.
That is an episode. I probably should have mentioned this earlier, and like I always seem to like leave this right to the end, and it always seems to like flashbang Matt as well. So maybe I'll get the same effect today. I don't know. Jessica was Meryl Streep, by the way.
Oh, what the fuck?
Hey, that's the reaction I wanted.
I recognized the voice, but I didn't know who the actress was.
That is... that's messed up. Wait. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the podcast where I struggle.
Yeah,
Huh.
every time they get a character in that's like, oh, this is a special character that you're never going to see again, but we put a lot of effort into drawing it, and specifically made a weirdly outsized effort to make them look hot, in spite of her being 10, I guess. Weird.
Yeah,
But yeah, no, it's always like a big name celebrity. It's Meryl Streep this time.
Sorry, I'm still struggling.
Yeah, she
Meryl
came in and
Streep?
she came in and did the whole thing in the studio, like across from Nancy Cartwright, who was surprised because she thought it would be recorded separately, and she was like, "Oh, I can't ask her for an autograph. Like that'd be too much to ask someone I'm working with for an autograph." And then Meryl Streep turned around at the end and was like, "Oh, my kids are huge Simpsons fans. Can I have your autograph?"
Oh, that's adorable.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cute. Oh, that's actually reminding me of the time at the zoo.
I'm at the zoo.
Oh, you didn't know about this? When we went to the zoo, John, you would remember this. There was like this group of people who were going around, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, that's such a pretty dress on this one person." And variously throughout the zoo day, we were like bumping into each other through the day, and I was like, "That's such a cool fucking dress." And then right on the way out, this person came up to me and was like, "Hey, by the way, I really like your outfit." And I was like, "I really like yours too." It's like same vibe of, oh wait, shit, yo, autograph. I could just ask for an autograph. And so we were just sitting there like, "I really like your outfit. I really like your outfit too. I'm sorry that it took me a whole day to do it. I'm sorry."
Was that the woman that was with like the two punk-looking
The
guys?
the ones in camouflage DDBM.
Yeah.
If you were at a zoo with two people in DDBM trousers, hi, I like your dress.
and Dove would like your number.
No statement.
All right, what do we think about Bart's girlfriend?
It was fine.
It was,
Yeah.
yeah.
There's not, like you said, there's not a great deal to it. I think if it had a B plot, maybe.
I think a B plot would really round it out. Yeah.
It would, yeah. It just felt, it felt like it was lacking something, and I'm confident
bits
what
were
what
good.
that something was the B plot. Yeah.
Yeah, the bits were good. Like I don't think the bits were bad at all. I think it just lacked that thing to sew it together.
I don't know if part of it's just like, oh shit, we got Meryl Streep, make the most of it. We don't need a B plot in the Meryl Streep episode. Let's just like cram it full of Meryl Streep acting. Oh, you would if you had access to, if you got Meryl Streep into the recording studio, you'd be like, I'm not fucking padding this out with like Abe Simpson or whatever. We can do that anytime.
We needed more Abe Simpson.
I
Yeah,
mean,
we needed more Abe.
We
We did need more Abe.
100% did, but I don't think the writers thought
100%.
that on the day.
We needed a Meryl Streep Abe Simpson interaction.
We needed a B plot of Jasper climbing the ladder to get to that treehouse for that cameo.
I would have loved that.
I don't think the world was ready for the Jasper Beardley B plot in 1994. I think they could pull it off today, but like in 1994, we weren't ready for
We didn't
that
have
much
the
Jasper.
technology.
We didn't have the
We weren't.
Jasper Beardley technology. No.
This is why he tries to freeze himself in future series.
See, nowadays they're able to use green screen.
Yeah, not the strongest episode they've ever done. Yeah, Meryl Streep, fun, but episode,
Yeah.
just kind of
Shout out to Meryl Streep.
Yeah, indeed.
Yeah.
Any
enough.
ratings for this one? Any out of homers?
I'm gonna give it a "you used me Skinner" out of Homer.
Okay, why?
Because I feel like I was achieving something, but I feel like the rug was pulled out from under me at the end. And I blame Skinner.
I also blame
Okay.
Skimmer. I suppose I could give it a second-rate scrubbing out of Homer. It was okay. It wasn't bad at all, but like it also wasn't great. Nothing about it reaches out to me.
Mm-hmm.
It's fine.
I confess that I normally plan these things ahead of time. I haven't actually written anything down for it. I'm also terrible at pulling shit out of my ass on the spot for this, so let's go with it needed a B plot out of Homer.
Busying yourself with a filing cabinet.
Sure, busying myself with a filing
Yeah.
cabinet out of Homer. Why not? Don't know what that means, but make of it what you will. Yeah. Did this have anything to say about society?
Evil woman. Ooh.
I mean, there's kind of
I'll put more context in it. Relationships sometimes are very unhealthy and toxic if they're based on physical attraction rather than substance.
I mean, Matt's talked a lot about whether relationships should be built on mutual interests or whether opposites attract before. And, like, to be fair, I think Bart and Jessica, like, had common interests. I don't think we're very helpful or healthy for each other to be, like, synergizing in that way. Definitely probably not a good combo. But, like, you know, it's not like physical attraction was all they had going. They also liked being evil together.
Yeah. I think don't date anyone you find at church is my thing to take away from this.
Yes, quite possibly.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've never tried dating anyone at church. I'd have to go to church for that to be a thing I attempted, I suppose.
I think you and I could get into a church.
Do you want to go to church? I don't want to go to church.
I don't. They're pretty.
No.
Pretty...
If I'm out hiking, I will stop at churches to stick my head in and go, ooh, pretty. I'm not going to a goddamn sermon.
I kind of miss them a little bit.
I'm here for the architecture. I'm not here for the sermons.
I kind of like the sermons.
Okay,
I
well,
miss them a tiny bit.
I'm sorry, I can't go to church with you. I will burn. You can go to church, though.
I will definitely burn. I will be there listening quite contemplatively to the sermon as I am just a broiling heap of flesh.
Pray for the souls of our podcast hosts.
I am more installed than a Bidoof. I cannot enter a church.
Yeah, there's stuff in there about kids acting up for attention. Jessica at the end is like, "Oh, this was a cry for attention," and then you've got what's his name, the
Book boy.
the book boy. Yeah, why not?
Book boy.
What the fuck is the name of the preacher?
Reverend Lovejoy.
Lovejoy,
Oh,
that's you, man.
Lovejoy.
Thank you. Jeez, my
Sorry.
brain just like shut off for a minute there. Yeah, Lovejoy's very much turning a blind eye. They're toying with the preacher's kid kind of idea of like preacher's kids are always either like perfect angels or complete demons, which I gather preachers tend to struggle with in life generally. But yeah, he's obviously like too busy with God to pay attention to his kid, and she's doing all this retention. She's like, what about all the stuff I did at school that got me expelled? Why won't you pay attention to me? It's a bit on the nose there, because she's just like, pay attention to me as he's walking out. Mm-hmm. So definitely something in there about kids just acting up for attention. If your kids are constantly in trouble, maybe spend some time with them. Maybe that's a thing that The Simpsons thinks you should do.
Parenting advice from Mole Man in the morning. If your kids are struggling at school, just sit down with them, have a conversation, say hi, check in.
Yeah.
Do not ask them about their new glasses and how they feel about them.
They probably miss their old glasses, really.
They probably miss their old glasses. You should give them a chance to talk about that.
Yeah, I mean, this episode very explicitly ended on and designedly so, on a nobody learned anything kind of note. So, like, it doesn't really come to any specific conclusions. Bart's got the whole bit at the end about, oh, men will do anything for a pretty face, which he's not wrong about that necessarily, to be fair.
Yeah, yeah.
There is a lot of that going on in the world.
Same mood. Yeah. Granted.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just so many pretty faces, you know?
Yeah. You got to do stuff for them. Otherwise, how will they notice you?
Exactly. Right?
Yeah, exactly. Talk to them, like engage with them. No, you got to do stuff. You
No,
gotta scrub the steps
you
for them.
acts of service exclusively. Do not talk to them. Just do things for them.
Alrighty. Anything else meaningful to add, or should we start wrapping things up? We are past the 2-hour mark now.
I think we're good.
Cool. Dove, as our guest, would you like to promote
God.
anything first and foremost?
I suppose the thing that I should really bring to front, because it's not your job to do this, because this is actually your podcast. If you're in England or Wales or Scotland or otherwise in the UK, you can go to Acorn and sign the Bailiffs in Britain petition.
Yes, do that.
Do that. Bailiffs are bullies who are used in order to extract money from the most vulnerable members of our communities and societies, and that's bad. Don't do that. Don't let that happen. Your communities deserve better. Put your name to making the world a better place. Yep, nope, that's all I got.
Yeah, I'll try to remember to put a link to that in the description as well. Thank you for that's a very good suggestion for something to shout out. Like, well recommended. I will definitely dig out the link for that and stick that in the description. I still try to remember, and then I say I'll definitely do it. I will try to remember. I can't promise I will definitely do it. Kick me in the ass if I don't do it. I don't know.
I'll just hound you. I'll hound you about
please
it.
hound me. Yeah,
I'll hound you.
I deserve to be hounded. Hound me.
You know what? I will hound you every day.
Good.
Regularly. On the dot. End of every hour.
Michael, would you like to hound anybody about anything? Or promote anything?
No, I'm not. I'm not really a hound man, but
Two genders of podcasting. You a hound?
People are. You never know. So you can follow me on Blue Sky with Bone Mash Horse if you really feel like it. Just a reminder that classic versions of this podcast are available on YouTube, and previous ones before season 4, I always forget exactly when we started this, are available for you to listen to on Spotify and Apple Music. Thank you for everybody that engages and gives us a listen and gives us a like. We do appreciate it, and please do.
Yeah, one day when life is less stressful, I may yet go back and make YouTube versions, less detailed, but still, existent YouTube versions of old episodes.
There's more chance of Matt finally finishing Oliver Arnold's next podcast.
One thing. I was actually tasked to do this by the creator of the TTRPG. Go play Fist. Go play Fist Ultra Edition.
It's good.
It's great. It's good. It's
attest.
a great TTRPG. B is great. Claymore is great. It's an amazing time, and they just did a crossover with Triangle Agency. So if you are signed up to the Kickstarter for any of the Fist stuff, the Ultra Edition, the Boxed Edition, you should now have that crossover in your Patreon or various items. So more content.
Oh,
go play it.
I, for one, am fascinated by this because I'm sure my old TTRPG group that's sort of on hiatus / defunct was talking about playing Triangle Agency at some point. So now I'm intrigued.
Oh yeah, no,
cool.
Apparently, because the systems are so different in terms of player agency, it was really difficult to make, according to B. But I don't know how she did it, but she did it.
Cool.
Shout out.
Neat.
Yeah. So go play Fist. It's part of a charity bundle right now. You can go support. I believe it's No Ice in Minneapolis. It's thousands of TTRPGs, maybe hundreds. It's a large number of TTRPGs for a cheap price. It
has appeared in a lot of charity bundles on itch.io in the past. Mm-hmm. If you have ever bought a charity bundle, you may already own it. Seek it out. I when we started playing it, I already owned it, and I hadn't realized I must have owned it for like 5 years. And I was like, oh shit, I already have this game. Cool.
Yeah, it's a great system. Go play Fist.
It is. Yeah, seconded. It is a good game. We're just promoting random shit now that we like. Hey, have you heard of potatoes? They're pretty neat.
Gang, have you heard of this thing called Star Wars? It's okay.
Please, I need to edit this podcast one day. We can't keep going like this.
Okay, I'm good. Sorry, John, I think it's your turn.
Follow me on Blue Sky, Moroka.bsky.social. Follow my old YouTube channel, youtube.com/buttonmash. You guys, between you, have already promoted all the other things I generally tend to promote. I feel like there was something else I wanted to shout out on the side as well, but it is gone, so I guess that's probably not happening. No, I've remembered. By the time this episode goes out, I will have set up a GoFundMe page. I will be doing a charity walk fundraising for Mountain Rescue in May. So go give some money to them, because They pulled me and my then partner off the top of a mountain when the weather turned against us last January, and I kind of feel like I owe them for that one. So I'm doing a charity fundraiser for them this year
They also
because
gave you hot chocolate.
They gave me, yeah. If you get rescued by Mountain Rescue, you get chocolate and hot chocolate, and they treat you great. It's fun.
If you get
Can't
rescued
recommend it
by...
enough.
This is
Okay,
not
right.
an active call to go
No.
actively get yourself lost just so to
I
get some hot chocolate off Mountain Rescue.
Just want to be clear.
Just to clarify.
If the date is not going well, call Mountain Rescue. Right? They will... I'm just saying, it's an option.
If you
They
haven't
will
got
give you
another
chocolate.
partner to call and say, oh, pretend it's an emergency, call Mountain Rescue and go, look, can you call me back in 15 minutes and pretend it's an emergency?
Can you call me back in 15 minutes and pretend you're Mountain Rescue, please?
Okay, right.
Get
That'll
you
do
a partner
us.
who treats you like Mountain Rescue.
Absolutely. As in, they take you and put you in a van and give you chocolates, yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect. We'll see you next time, folks.
Bye, everybody.